I'm a straight shooter. I don't beat around the bush. So it's like either you like it or you don't, and I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to tell you how it is.
The gatekeeping culture within British basketball.
It's kind of scary.
A lot, there's players, but you never see them because coaches don't want to give them up. They look at it like, I did this. Yeah. But then if he goes here, he's not going to refer back to me.
The happiest coach has ever been with you during a game and the maddest he's ever gotten with you during a game.
I feel like that might have been the same game.
Okay.
So I remember one story, my brother, it was his first year after college. We went out, we all had fun, and we came back at 4 in the morning, something like that, 7 in the morning, he's waking me up. What do you want? Let's go work out. What do you mean work out? I got to get drafted. I got to get to the NBA. I got to go, and there's somebody else working right now.
Yeah.
That's like, I don't take days off.
You asked what my graduating class was, and I told you, and you went, ooh, I wouldn't even know anyone that would know you. Welcome, everyone, to the London Lions Bulletin. This is Brian Bosche. I am here with Azania Stewart. What's up, Azania?
I'm really good. Busy week.
Z Azania.
Depends what work.
Where are we in our relationship? What can I call you, Z or Azania?
It's both.
Oh, it's both. It's
Yes.
not even, it's regardless of relationship.
Yeah. Well,
Z is much shorter, so I'm going to say Z.
Z is my basketball name. And as we're talking basketball, you can call me Z.
Okay, we're in the Bulletin, so it'll be Z.
Yeah.
Good week so far?
Great week, actually.
I've heard a busy week.
A busy week. Booked and busy, but always happy. Loads of basketball and happy in a good space.
Great.
And
Well,
Christmas is coming.
and Christmas. I love Christmas. When do you put your Christmas tree up?
I don't.
You don't?
No.
No Christmas tree at all?
No.
Just for fun? A little lamp in the corner?
I don't know. I just don't know why I don't like it. But I usually travel over Christmas. So
Yeah.
that's why. I did my Christmas nails. Not happy with them. So I'm not going to show them.
Okay.
Might have to go change. Just did a French with a red line, but when they
Didn't work?
No.
Didn't quite work.
Yeah, it's my therapy, and I didn't walk out of there like I had paid for therapy.
Horrible. Horrible news.
Anyway, but you're my treat. It's just me and you today.
Oh, amazing. So we have a big action-packed show. We're going to go over the recap of the Lions on the road last week. Huge road win in Euro Cup. We're going to go into some new segments, questions of the week, winners and learners, some awards. I'm very excited for our weekly awards. Then we're going to talk about what's next, SLB Trophy, Euro Cup, SLB Championship. We're going to talk a little bit more about the Workforce Development Program, which I don't think we've talked about on the pod yet, and the Academy. So that will be very fun. And then we have our mailbag, and then a mailbag. First mailbag, listener questions.
Really?
Yeah. Remember last episode?
How
I made a call
for
for it. We had a lot. A lot were about player statuses, which I do not think we're authorized to talk about on this podcast, but we'll get into some other good ones.
That is so amazing.
Yeah.
I'm really happy about that.
It's very fun.
Yeah, I'm really happy about that. Please keep them coming.
I will. Yeah. Ask your questions. It can be on literally any Instagram post, Twitter post, anywhere on social media. We will answer them and we'll make little calls for it.
Or to your new, did you see his pictures, guys?
Or
He's
on
a
my pictures.
photographer.
Or on my personal photos. You can do that as well.
Yes. And Lacobulus Penevagis, what would you call that? A crane?
The catwalk.
The catwalk.
The catwalk. Yeah, D's Reels and I went up. He got video, I got photo. It was the first time I had done a catwalk. I think it's the first time Derek had done it too.
For listeners, a catwalk is in an arena. It's like what would you call it?
Way up high by the ceiling.
Yeah, which is like a platform and everything that's...
Very scary walkways, very high up in the arena. We don't have them at the Copper Box.
Kind of like
Would
the
love for them.
scaffolding, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Yeah, and then he was taking lovely pictures.
Yeah, so Lacobulus was nice enough to take us up there for one quarter. So we were able to get some really nice
And your
aerial
shots,
shots.
honestly, I commented on your Instagram. I was like, wow, these
I
are
love it.
golden.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
They're really nice.
That angle is very fun.
Yeah.
With Cam McGusty looking up through the hoop as he's making the layup. You have one eye, you just get some really cool perspective.
Nice.
So that was very fun.
Yeah. Well, I have to give you your flowers on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
welcome.
You're giving a lot of flowers. It's good. But let's give the Lions their flowers.
Yes.
Huge road win.
Okay.
I was on the road with the Lions, so I got a very unique perspective traveling with the team.
How was that?
It was very fun.
Yeah.
It's very businesslike. It is not glamorous. Traveling for basketball is not glamorous, as you know.
Yeah. I'm glad you got to
Very
experience
efficient. I've been on some road trips with the Lions before, but it was we're playing Paris basketball, so we'll pop over to Paris
that.
or let's go. I would say Panashevits. Gosh, my most Googled terms are just how to pronounce every single away team.
That's going to be on the
city
bloopers.
location.
But carry on.
I have 85,000 people, smaller city, not a lot in the city, but incredible arena, really fun atmosphere. They have a full velodrome
Okay.
in their arena. So the basketball court is in the middle of the velodrome.
Yeah.
So it is this weird, you have a bunch of fans. then a velodrome is a huge space, and then you have the next set of seating. So
Nice.
very unique
Yeah.
arena that I hadn't
There's
seen
one
before.
of the. There used to be in Manchester. They used to.
In the velodrome.
Yeah, right in the middle. It's quite cool. And
Crazy.
I've trained in one where there's like the bikes going around and everything.
Yeah.
So-
Well, we have one by the Copper Box, but it makes for very good photography, very
Yeah.
good like unique angles. But in terms of fan, like you feel like you're so far away from it. But very cool arena.
But a great win for the boys.
Huge win. The Lions won 74-61.
Yep.
Tariq had a really big game. He had 12 rebounds for Tariq, 7 assists. Dean Williams had a huge game, 15, 4, and 5. They played 10 guys.
Yep.
Really good win. And what was your biggest takeaway? We were talking about this right before the show.
The biggest takeaway for me is beating a team that you should and
Yeah.
you're supposed to. They're lower, they're near the bottom of the table. It was a real needed win to keep the Lions at the top 6. I think they're in 5th now. And just a good business trip, like you said. And I think from what I'm hearing from you, it was business minded.
Oh,
Let's go. Let's get the dub. No messing about. Let's get back home. So I'm really happy to see that. Like you said, Philip, balled out. Did you see who created that amazing that love?
These reels, Derek.
Yeah, that was
amazing.
really lovely. But it starts with Coach Sabonis going, "He gives me a headache. He's gonna give me a heart
It's
attack."
a wild card.
And I was like, I wonder why it gives him a headache. But
He saves possessions.
okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he breaks from the sets, I think, but then finishes.
Well, I asked the man himself, and he said he had no idea why
Why he said that?
Yeah. So anyway,
Huge.
but good for him. That those 12 rebounds also are crucial. I think that's amazing job. And then Dean Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like both the Williams actually were dominant.
Step up. They really
Step
stepped
up. And with Scott out, I think there are those extra minutes. There are extra points to be.
Yeah.
And this is the thing about basketball. It's how do you injuries are a part of the game. Who's going to step up? Who's going to take over those minutes, have their moment? And it is the next man up.
Yeah.
And so Lions do have a history and of having lots of injuries the last couple of years. And that's why they have to have a deep bench. And I thought both the Williams, they're not brothers, but
They're not.
they're same last name.
Yeah.
I was really proud of them. I was happy for them. And then who is it? Was it Dean Williams? No, Jonathan Williams played 30 minutes.
Yeah. Jonathan Williams took on a huge amount of minutes, huge load. He really, what we talked about kind of on the last podcast against like a Zizic or against some of these big bigs in Euro Cup. How do you have that really strong interior presence? And he had this dunk, I think we posted it, where instead of settling for maybe a hook shot or a layup or doing something, he took it straight at Licoblis, dunked it. I think he went through like 3 guys to actually get the dunk. Really powerful dunk. That's what I want to see from the big man.
I commentated one of his games and my go-to thing is rock the rim, and he had one of those, and I was like, go
Him
on.
and Dean really
Good
came
for them.
through
So they balled out. I'm really, really happy for them because, like I said, that staple win can just build confidence. And now they have this really tough week, lots of games in a short period of time.
Yeah. Well, we talked about this in the last podcast where this is a huge stretch for the Lions in terms of Euro Cup standings. So they were sitting at 7th last week. And so we were saying, okay, we've got 3 Euro Cup games to kind of finish the year, or 3 or 4 to end the year. They got to get some wins here to get into the playoff race. And with how all the other games shook out, they went from 7th to 5th.
Real quick.
Really quick. One game, huge jump in the standings because there are a lot, of the 4 and 5 type teams in the middle, the 6 and 3. And like we said, we want a home Euro Cup playoff game. So if they get into that 3rd or 4th seed, we will have a Euro Cup home game for that kind of 8th format.
The Lions are starting it's halfway, isn't it?
Halfway. Almost exactly halfway.
Exactly halfway. And then they can get themselves going. So a big win for them.
Huge win in the standings.
Really lovely. And then what else?
I want to give some awards out.
Okay. So
last week.
what made you start this?
I love
segment?
awards.
Yeah.
I love awards. I love giving it out. I think because the coaches and kind of being on the road, the different locker room talks, the post-game recaps, they kind of talk about little different things on what people contribute.
Yeah.
And it's very fun to pull out these different awards. So kind of what inspired this.
And you're seeing, like, in like the NBA and stuff, they have like these chains. And it's
The
like
chains.
best,
The colleges love it too.
yeah, or the
The Miami
WWF.
chain, the belts.
Yeah, the
chains.
belts. the chains. I'm not sure we'll do that. It's kind of cheesy, corny, but at the same time, when you're in a long season,
Yeah.
you do need something to clinch onto,
Yeah.
to work towards, and it's in your group.
Yeah.
So sometimes I think, oh, what are you doing? But actually, being a part
It's
of it,
so fun.
it's fun. It is actually
Yeah.
fun. So tell me your awards then.
I have
Go on
four.
then.
I have four. The one
Do
that
I get to-
inspired it,
Okay.
you get to give them too.
Okay, go on then.
You get to have your own awards. You get to have your nominees.
Okay, go on then.
What inspired it? The Spark Plug Award. Coach
Ooh.
yelled out, someone was the spark plug after the game. So Spark Plug Award, the Lion of the Week, who was kind of that heart of the team who really powered that last
Okay.
game,
Okay.
which we only had one game this last week. The Glue Guy Award. Who's the glue guy? So is that an expression in the UK?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so glue guy, just someone who brings the whole team together in whatever way, attitude, on court, off court, playing style. I often like to describe myself as the glue guy when I have a bad game, just to be like, I was contributing a lot.
Okay.
Maybe just not.
Yeah, yeah.
The 3-pointers.
I was a glue girl.
You were definitely a glue girl.
Yeah, the setting the screens, the hustle plays.
Exactly. Who's
The high five.
Yeah, who's laying it out on the floor?
Okay.
And then the Vibes Award.
Talking about laying it on the floor, I'm giving, if it's the glue,
Are you doing it? You want to start with glue guy?
I'm going to give it
What's
to,
your glue guy?
Well, Aaryn Rai. First.
Big dive. And he dove directly
baby.
into our bench and into like ownership box. Sabonis ran over. Big
That's-
hustle award.
Those are the moments. That's not on the stat sheet,
No.
That's not on the stat sheet. And he didn't win that ball, but that's a momentum swing.
Yeah, fires everyone up.
Fires everyone up. So I'm going to, it could have given to anyone else, but I just love that
Yeah, I knew you were going to give this to Aaryn.
Well,
'Cause
and
he was your big step up guy last week.
I was. I'm a fan of his.
Yeah.
But who's your glue guy?
Dean, for all the
Oh.
reasons you gave, he stepped up with Joel Scott out.
Yeah.
He had a big game.
Yes.
Emotional dunks,
15
great
points.
defense.
Yep.
I think he hit all of his threes, 3 for 3.
Mm-hmm.
Bailout threes too. He got
And the
handed
thing is, he
grenades.
dropped 15, but he's averaging 5 in the Euro Cup.
Yeah.
So, like we said, who's going to step up? And I don't think he's kind of the glue guy, but also just like under the radar. We don't talk about Dean Williams a lot.
Well, he's very
know?
soft. He was the first guest on the pod with Shavar,
Yeah.
and he's like, I'm very soft spoken. He's like, he does it quietly,
Yeah.
but he's
Silent
definitely one of the biggest
assassin.
leaders on the teams. Yeah, and he
Mm.
really stepped up.
Okay.
So that's my glue guy.
I like that one.
Aaron, maybe we'll have the fans vote. I don't know what the format of this is yet, but it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I like it already.
Glue
Right.
guy.
Who's our next one?
Let's do Spark Plug Award. I have one.
I'm going to go Randall.
Same for me. Why?
Because I've been waiting for him to pop out and show him,
Yeah.
And I think this is his best game yet. 13 points, 4 from 6 from the 3-point line.
Big threes.
Big threes.
Yeah.
And you could finally see some emotion from him,
Mhm.
because usually you get that from a Tariq, you get that from other guys. But him, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And I was commentating in EuroLeague and I had an extra screen on the side, so I kept like looking over,
hit the threes.
what was going on. And every time I looked over, he was
Huge threes.
getting buckets.
So this is what inspired the awards this week. is
Really?
Coach Sabonis in the locker room afterward was like, I'm in this guy's ass. I'm on him all the time.
Yeah.
I'm pushing. He's late to the team. He kind of got added later
Joined
in the
late.
season.
Mm-hmm.
And 4 for 6 from 3. Big threes to start out the game. So yeah, Chasson Randall's mine too. And he's just that vet, all-time
Yeah.
leading scorer for Stanford. He's had an NBA career. Spark Plug of the Week award.
Yeah, I like that one.
Unanimous.
Yeah.
We don't even have to vote on that one. Just unanimous there.
I like that one. Okay, next one.
Vibes Award.
Ooh,
So we're gonna save line of the week, but Vibes Award. Mine's an off-court entry.
I'm a
And I don't
vibe
think
out
he's gonna like
today.
this.
Who?
No, you
What?
gotta
Wait,
go
wait.
first.
What does this entail?
Vibes. I'll give you mine, and then you can give yours.
Okay.
My Vibes of the Week award goes to Matt Goodwin.
Okay.
So after the win,
Yeah.
we're all at the hotel.
Yeah.
Everyone's, when you
See,
win,
this is an inside story
it's
too.
inside scoop.
Okay, go on then.
He was like, "Don't post this, don't post this." But I think he was like, "Oh, wink, don't post this." We're all like having dinner after the game, and then we just hear this beautiful piano music streaming into like the dining area, and we're like, "Where is someone performing live?" And Matt had gone over to the piano in the corner and was just serenading us.
He's a undercover
He's a
Alicia
pianist.
Keys.
The owner of the hotel or whoever, the manager of the hotel is going over filming him. All the guys went around him and we were all watching.
Did you get?
We got video.
footage?
Maybe
But-
we'll overlay
but
it for this
Yeah.
clip.
Yeah.
But he was like, "Oh, don't post this." So we're gonna think he really does want us to post this. But vibes of the week, just really nice vibes, you know?
Okay. I really like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with that too, because that's
Yeah.
a really nice story. And though that's what I'm talking about when you're going on a road trip.
Yeah.
It's really hard and you need moments and you need guys.
Little
that,
releases.
You know, he doesn't play a lot of minutes. He just does his job.
Mhm.
He's probably tough in practice, gets his minutes in SLB and stuff like that, but then just pulls up and
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be really hard to go every practice, travel with the team,
yeah.
having to stay locked in and not getting the minutes.
Yeah.
So little, serenading the team is a nice little vibe to have at the end. Keep the attitude high.
Yeah, I like it.
That's my one of the week.
Okay. We'll give it.
Lion of the week.
Okay.
Lion of the Week award. So I have this defined as the player who showed the most grit, the most effort, who is the heart of the team. Who do you got?
I'm gonna go Tariq.
Yeah, me too. Another.
Hey, we're falling out
honestly,
here.
I mean,
Okay.
huge game. Why
Yep.
Tariq?
Yep. I also think obviously he's a leader on the floor, but it is by example.
Yeah.
And he just gets those moments where you just think, get on his back and let's go for the ride. Let's get to the finish line. And his ability to get to the rim, knock down shots. The threes have like fallen off a little bit, but this is what I love about him is the ability to change it up. Okay, that shot isn't falling. Let me get to the rim. Okay, let me get on the defensive end. He gets into guys, face and enjoys the defensive end. So, and then also the 7 assists. So not only is he getting his own buckets, he is carving up defenses and helping out his team. So Lion of the Week. I
Lion
like
of the
that
Week,
one.
Tariq. Yeah, he was great. It started a little slow, as we kind of got into the game. But like you said, get that win, especially on the road in Lithuania. He was a complete momentum shifter. And I don't know if you saw, he had this steal at half court where it's just, they're taking it up, kind of relaxed. He faked like he was just running back to kind of get into his defensive stance and then spun at the last minute to get the layup. And just like that goes from like the other team's relaxed to just instant you're down another 2 points out of nowhere after hitting a big shot. And he would just do that over and over again. And especially with the Lithuanian team where, as a big, I'm more of a wing. When you have the guards get 12 rebounds because they're shooting a lot of threes, a lot of long rebounds.
Yeah, that's nice.
Such a relief.
Yeah.
And to get 12 rebounds
Yep.
and to like get those possessions done. I mean, that's why their defense was so powerful, I think.
And talking about their defense, 10 points, keeping the Kabbalist to 10 points in the second quarter. They scored 20. I think that's their first, not first, but complete quarter where at the start of the season where Coach Sabonis was like, we on defense. He kept honing and I was like, I don't see it yet. Where is this?
It's starting to happen.
It's starting to happen. And it's happening at the right time. And obviously we're critics and we hold them to a high standard. Everyone does. Every team, whoever it is, it's as a fan, you can say what you want. You're not the person out there. It's really difficult. I'm on both ends. I've played and now I'm looking in and going like, oh, why aren't you playing defense? But I didn't think they were locked in and focused. So for them to hold that team to 10 points in the second.
They locked him down. If there's one thing Sabonis says every single week, what's the focus? It's always defense.
Yeah. And sometimes he just comes in an interview and goes, it's defense.
Defense.
And
Defense.
then walks
He's
out.
gone. We go to interview him. What's the key to this game? Defense. He played a ton of defense himself, too. He does defensive slides up and down that sideline like crazy.
He gets in
all
his
game.
steps. Easy 10,000 steps.
If you're ever any player, you just look at him and he's just always hands out. He's always reminding the team he's going back and forth. Definitely gets his steps in. Definitely gets his steps in during a game. And then, hyping up Aaryn on the dive was amazing. You could just see the photos and the video of him just being like, yes, Aaryn.
Yeah.
Incredible. Shout out, I think maybe a runner-up to Vibes Award, maybe the Vibes Award winner, Lions supporters group, the Lions Roar. We had visiting fans. They came to Lithuania. We had a big, we had a cheering section. You could hear, when I was watching back the broadcast, you hear Lions, Lions.
Really?
So they showed up in force. They cheered us on. Really good vibes.
Okay.
Yeah, great vibes.
Yeah, they need an award too.
Yeah, we'll come up with something special for them. Vibes Award is good for that though. Okay, let's dive into what's next. Like you said, we have a ton of games to end the year, home and away. I'm trying to count these now on the schedule. We have Euro Cup Wednesday, Flyers Friday, both away. We have
Wait, where's Surrey?
Where's Surrey? Oh, that's
That's the 14th.
Oh my gosh.
The 10th,
There are
the
so
12th,
many.
the 14th, the 17th, the 19th.
10th, 12th, 14th, 17th, 19th, 21st
I haven't gone that far.
against Caledonia, 22nd. So how many games is that in a row?
It's
We've got
a
1,
lot.
2, 3,
So it's really going to
5,
be about
6,
how many?
7 games
7
to finish the month.
to get to Christmas.
Yeah, this is a crazy part of the schedule.
It is, and that's what's going to be really difficult. I think the health of the team. Can you stay healthy?
Yeah.
And I think the biggest story right now is obviously losing Scott.
Mm-hmm.
He's out 10 to 12 weeks, and really unfortunate because we had been giving him his praise.
He's been playing really well.
Really well, and this is it, and it sucks because there are these moments where he's in a groove. You can see the confidence oozing. The team is looking for him, and then it's like shut down, sideline. But what is good, it looks like an Soko is on the way back, and we've kind of forgotten we've forgotten about Mr. Soko himself.
Yeah. Hopefully we've got players coming out. Ryan is getting strength, after his back injury.
Yeah.
So he's been getting some good minutes as he ramps back up.
Correct.
Ryan Sell. Yeah. I like to switch his names if you listen to the pod. But hopefully, you're right, because we're playing 10 guys every game. So it is really like Dean, J3. How do you step up? How do you fill those gaps?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 7 games.
I really like that J3.
J3.
Do you think I could use that on my commentary? I'm not sure.
I think
allowed.
J3. It's
J3.
his Instagram handle.
J3.
He had a little mid-range pull up. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I was like, J3 right after his dunk.
Okay,
He's feeling it.
J3. I might put that in my notes.
J3. But the home games coming up,
Mm-hmm.
which we talked a little bit, Besiktas and Manchester basketball. I'm curious on the Manchester basketball side. So they are the other team that's kind of making a European push.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing European Northern.
They're
right?
super busy too, aren't they? They're on the road. Yes, they got some really nice pieces. I always like to give them their shout. Is Max Jones and Jordan Johnson. They've got some nice British talent. They're in the European North Basketball League.
Yeah.
The ENBL.
Yep.
Which is great. I always say this, and the fact that other teams in the league can be playing in Europe. There's multiple teams now that are doing both. Bristol, Newcastle have now Manchester, London Lions, and it's only beneficial. It's only beneficial. It doesn't matter if it is, ENBL or if it's Eurocup. It's wherever if players can get that experience on the fly. And I was speaking to another player in a different team, and this is his first time in the North Basketball League, and he was just like, man, this is really difficult. And from just going from SLB to also juggling European basketball, it's the travel. That's what takes it out of you. I go up to Chester just on Sunday, boom, bang, come back, do a game.
Easy.
But then Monday, and I'm not even playing, I'm out for the count. So this is what's really, as we get into this kind of Christmas push, lots of games, it's going to be individuals and teams that manage loading, what we talk about, the load management, but also as an individual. Are you getting your sleeping? Are you getting that extra physio? Are you booking your own massage? Are you going for a swim? Are you going for
avoiding
a
the
walk?
super flu that's apparently sweeping through the UK?
No.
No, absolutely not.
No, I
You got to stay healthy.
I'm a healthy babe.
Yeah.
So I don't want any of that. Those lurgies. So, but yes, just my point of individual. Professionalism kicks in right now of looking after your body, because it's the longevity. Who's going to get to the end the most healthiest?
Yeah. And especially when you have the highs and lows of Eurocup, of SLB. Manchester, they're mid-table right now. They don't have as many games as a lot of others. I think they only have 9 versus like some teams have 12. But they just beat Bristol, shot over 50% from 3. And so that's a very fun matchup with our guards and our wings to go against them. And I do think Manchester is doing a really nice job of building that program and really like trying to take the next step and get up to that next level. So I'd love to see a little rivalry between London and Manchester. I think it's going to be nice to see.
Well, it's a great city, isn't it? I love It's one of my favorite cities.
Yeah.
So you're right. They've got a nice fan base. They've got great facilities, good city. They've got all the right ingredients to be fantastic. So I need to put that in my calendar.
Yeah, that's Friday night. Like we said, first Friday night game in a long time.
Wow.
2 in 48 hours. We got the Wednesday and the Friday.
Ooh.
So that's also a big challenge. How do you stay up? Maybe we'll be riding a high from the Besiktas win. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's going to be a really big matchup.
Yeah,
for us.
if I'm going to stay up, I'm working an NBA game till 2 a.m. and then that
Yeah,
Friday.
you're announcing so
Yeah.
late. Your behind the scenes videos. It's like 3 a.m. and you're like, and we're rounding out the game. All right. Please don't go to overtime.
Luckily, I'm not in vision.
No, I know.
So
yeah.
those games I'm not in vision. So I
You're
don't
just at
have to
home.
look pretty, You can
Yeah,
just be
you can
like,
relax.
yeah.
Awkward angles. Yeah. Unlike us where we have to be filmed right now. Yeah, the SL Beat slate coming up is really good. And just as a little refresher on the format, so Super League basketball, there's the championship,
Yep.
which is
Regular season.
There is the trophy, and I believe the trophy finals are in Birmingham this year.
They're always in Birmingham. I
Always
feel
in
like,
Birmingham.
yeah, the last good couple of
Feb
years.
1, I think, or it's late January, early February.
Yep.
And then
Early Feb.
early Feb. And then we have the SLB Cup,
Yep.
which is that final. I think that's in March. So we have a SLB trophy match game fixture, however you want to say it, on Sunday.
You're British now, aren't you?
I'm British, so it's a fixture. You say fixture? It's a
Match.
game. It's a basketball game.
Yeah.
It's a basketball game. So we do have one on Sunday. Unfortunately, the Copper Box is not available. So we're at NCC.
Okay.
So New City College, we have a partnership with them.
And that's
And
where
so
they
we're-
practice also.
That's where
the Lions
That's
practice.
that's where the women's team practices. That's where they play. That's where we have the academy program. But we're turning it into something that's I think is really cool. It's our basically our workforce development program that we launched this season, and then an academy recruiting day for next season.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you about
Yeah.
this coming up. So this is the Surrey 89ers game is going to
Correct.
be held there.
On Sunday. Yep, the 14th. And so if you didn't see, we launched a workforce development program earlier this season where the tagline is basically basketball careers start here. So there's a big focus on how do we build out this workforce of people that aren't playing. So there's so many different roles to support the basketball infrastructure of the country that aren't playing. And so the focus is on basketball ops and admin, event day and game day management, coaching and player development, media content and marketing, commercial and business aspects, and then leadership, career development, kind of those pathways. And so we're using these games to basically train students on these different aspects of working in basketball.
But
Yeah.
I love this in the management and the production side that you don't obviously the product is the players and the athletes playing, but behind the scenes. And I didn't really understand this, or even I didn't appreciate this till after I finished and started commentating. And it's hard work because as an athlete, you're working out, you're getting ready for the game, but you turn up typically 2 hours before the game, you play your game and you're out of there. Well, the rest of the crew of, the events management, we're there from the first game to the last game, especially if it's a tournament. I've been in the gym, maybe walking in 10 o'clock because the first game's at 12. There's all the lights guys, all the cameras, all the fiber optic, all the stuff getting set, the stickers, the light, all the things that you don't actually think of. And then we're there till the last game. But this is, which I love at this program, is I think people think, a basketballer is the only job. But there isn't. There's the photographer.
Huge support infrastructure for this.
Massive. There's
Broadcast
so many...
alone, all the behind the scenes of a broadcast, and you're seeing this on the other side now.
Incredible.
It's unbelievable how many trucks and wires and cameras.
Yep.
And you can't those camera operators, like the broadcast camera operators.
Yep.
It is another level.
Yeah, elite.
It's amazing what they're able to do.
And as you go up in production and obviously higher and more money, it's even crazier. More people on the floor, and you have your producer. Everyone's in There's so many little nuances, moments, things that you just kind of take for granted to put on a beautiful show. So I really love this program to obviously highlight, but also show there is so many opportunities in the game.
We're not all good enough to be you, Z, on the court. So some of us have to stay in the game.
I'm not on the court anymore.
With
so
cameras.
this I'm
Well,
a
now, you
I'm a
got to
prime
transition.
example.
Yeah, you got to transition.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it because it's like, how can we help kind of the next generation, or as people are coming up, to learn how to do sports photography, basketball photography, to learn how to broadcast a professional game. So this type of program is really exciting for me to see, because I've absolutely loved it as I've gone from, end in college. I don't go to pro. So how can you stay in the game?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of different paths, and you can
So
stay around.
many.
It's very fun.
And I think people always ask me like, "Oh, do you miss the game? Do you miss playing?" And it's like I always say no, because I'm still in the game.
Yeah.
I still get to be around it. I still get that like butterflies feelings, whoever I'm commentating. I get to travel the world still. I've still managed to go around the world with basketball.
Yeah.
So really fun and love that. So that's what
So that's
date's
one
that?
half. That is for the 89ers game.
Right, got it.
And then we also have the London Lions Academy All Access Day. So the London Lions Academy, both
Okay.
boys and girls. It's basically a recruiting day. So we're getting an inside look at London Lions Academy, which is at NCC. It's open to school years 10s and 11s. What is that here? What do you call that here? 10s and 11s? That's
Year
sophomore, junior for us.
Year 10
I guess it's
and
just
year
year 10,
11.
11.
Yeah, it's
I'll need to
coming
learn
to
that.
their like GCSEs and on their way out
Got
kind
it,
of
got
vibe.
it.
So they're getting to that age of what do I want to do next? And
Got it.
that's a hard time, you know. That's that like 16, 17, 18 where if I don't go uni, what's my other options?
Yeah. So we're basically using this as a day where the kids and parents can come in, check out the academy program, meet the different players, the staff. They get presentations. They get to meet the GMs. They get to meet, a lot of people involved with the London Lions, and then watch the SLB game afterwards.
Okay.
So it'll be a nice mix of workforce development,
Yeah.
academy program, season ticket holders. So it is open to season ticket holders as well.
I think this is
but a fun game.
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect because obviously it's not the same as being in the Copper Box Arena.
Yeah.
But when you can dual purpose and get a bit of everything, so nice.
Yeah, we would love
Okay.
to be in Copper Box. Hopefully, we've announced our arena plans. There is a reason for that.
Yeah.
We would love to control our own arena for that. But we're going to make the best of it. Have a great day at NCC. And then we have 2 home games next week. So
Yeah. And also, you can't sleep on Surrey.
Yeah.
They're a team that you
they've
sleep
got some
on
good
and
players.
you lose. So they've got a fine wine over there. He's an old man now, Teo. He's honestly, I don't know how he's still playing.
Year 20, he's the LeBron of
Yeah,
the,
the
of
LeBron
the
of the
SLB.
SLB. Yeah, so he's over there. So the Lions can't, sleep on. Sorry.
Absolutely not.
Well, great. Okay. Anything
and
else?
best part of the show, mailbag.
Oh yeah.
It's time for questions. Are you excited?
Yes.
I'm asking these. I don't think you know any of these yet,
No,
right?
you haven't. You haven't
And I
told
want
me
to
or
surprise
anything.
you. This is going to be so fun.
So do we know the person?
I'm not going to say the people.
Anonymous. Okay.
Maybe I'll start saying it in the future. We'll see. But for now, no.
Let's not. Okay.
Because I didn't write it down, so I don't know. I'd have to go check.
I'm really happy about this.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm really happy.
Okay. If every London Lions player were mic'd up for the entire game,
Yeah.
right? Bench and on court, no coaches, just players, what player would steal the show? Steal the show, or who would you want to hear isolated, mic'd
I
up the
think
entire game?
Tariq.
Tariq?
Yeah. Because there's sometimes I read his lips and I think, oh.
Yeah, like
obviously I
that
commentate.
dunk against,
Yeah.
it was Berg? I think it
Yeah.
was Berg.
And they get his whole, what he says. I think he'll be fun. He would be like a silly.
I was trying to lip read that video of him
Yeah.
where
It's wild.
where they shouldered each other.
Yeah.
I
He's
would
like,
love to see
get
that.
whatever. Who else could be kind of cool to.
I thought I want like sneak because Tariq would be really intense. Like, what's Ryan talking about on the bench?
Yeah.
I want to learn about what these guys are saying, or what are they saying on the court? Who's like the Tim Duncan, where maybe it's like little like 1-word phrases like "got you," like "too late," or like who's doing that?
He's not really a trash talker, but I could see him doing. He probably talks his stuff like that.
Well, maybe he does. I want to know.
Or he doesn't.
I want to know.
And then
those
what
little-
about like I don't know, Coach Youngblood?
Dean's
or
pretty.
like,
That no coaches, players only.
oh.
What's Matt Goodwin saying on the bench? Him and Ovi having conversations. What's going on over there?
Yeah, Ovi Soko would be fun.
Ovi would be good. Yeah, I think he's more supportive.
Yeah, but I would like him mic'd up, like, when he does his lap of honor around the.
Yeah, just to hear what's going on there.
Okay, that's a
That's a
nice
good one.
question. I like that one.
Who would you trust to hit a half-court shot for charity?
I'm gonna go Goodwin.
Matt,
Yeah.
just clutch jeans.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
I'm
Have we got on camera them shooting a half-court shot?
I
Do they
watched
do
it. They all like played little games,
They do it on the road.
little half-court.
We used to
shots
do it
in
on the
practice.
road for
Yeah,
money. We used to put a $5 in. Big
for
money.
charity,
Oh yeah, for charity.
charity.
But or coffees.
I think Killer Cam could just like shoot a normal jump shot.
Yeah, how can we?
He'd just pull up, maybe just one dribble.
We haven't
bury it.
talked about him this week, have we? Mr.
He didn't win an
Buffy?
award, but he wins a lot of awards. He would have won a lot of
Yeah.
awards in previous games, so
He can-
he's going to come up.
Take a break today.
Yeah.
You know, let
mean, he
let
had
your
a
other
good game,
friends
too.
win some. Okay, we like that.
Cam can get to the rim anytime he wants.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable to watch. It's just like, when is he going to decide to score or not? So yeah, he had a great game too. But you can't win an award every week. We had
No.
some guys step up this week. What were the Lions Spotify Wrapped? Did you see this post?
I did see it, but I didn't get to really appreciate it. The rap of I've been playing my rap this week. The
Yeah.
2025 Spotify rap. And what was it? Do you have it on there?
Dean Williams,
Yeah.
listening age was 66.
You're
A
joking.
lot of music
Mine
from the
was-
late 70s.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine was 26.
Old soul. 26?
Yeah.
Whoa. I think I was also like 70.
Oh wow, he's an old soul.
Old soul.
I can kind of see that. Like what? Like James
Dean.
Brown or something.
I don't know what that would be. Late 70s? Is he a Beatles guy? Is he like, does he go into classic rock? I have no idea. All I know is the age. That's all he shared. Aaryn Rai, your guy.
He's old.
Top
too.
artists. What do you think 1 and 2 are? This is a wild 1 and 2.
Is it rap? Is it
I'm not telling you.
like Gunner or somebody?
Number 1,
Wow.
Drake.
Drake. Oh yeah.
Number
From
2, Zach
Canada.
Bryan. The 1-2 mix-up.
Okay.
Phoebe Bridgers, number 3. Aaron.
Yeah, that's very random for me.
I like
But actually, he's that kind of quirky kind of guy that
Yeah.
he probably has a nice different genre.
Kieran Sandy.
He likes probably like drill and stuff.
Drake, number 1. A lot of Drake on the team.
Ah, okay.
Drake, Party Next Door, number 2. I don't
Really?
even know who that is.
Party next door.
Do I need to get on them?
Him. Just one guy.
Just one guy?
Yeah, it's not a band.
It's all caps
Yeah.
and one word.
Party. yeah.
Party Next Door.
Yeah.
All right, Karen, maybe you can show me what Party Next Door is
He's
about.
really good actually.
Right now, I'm very much into what 14-month-olds listen to. My daughter.
Oh, yeah. I was like, sorry.
So it's a lot of kid stuff, a lot of Miss Rachel,
Ugh.
a lot of classical piano.
Miss
She likes Oasis for some reason. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't get to decide. My rap was a mess. Last one,
Last question. Go on then.
Ryan Mikesell. What do you think his top artists were? Top artist.
He's not a Swiftie or something.
He's a country guy.
Oh, he's a country.
Morgan Wallen. Shabuzi was number 2 though, so
Okay.
also
I've
an
heard a
eclectic
couple
mix.
Shabuzi songs. Nice.
Last question.
Yeah, go on.
Who has the best jump shot that's not a player on the team?
What coaches?
Anyone? Staff? Have you seen Lens shoot?
Don't start that again. Did you see how crazy you lot are?
I
wild
did.
for
Yeah, you would.
clipping that?
I don't think he would score a single point. For the
Thank
record.
you.
Yeah. Sorry,
Thank
Lens.
you,
I know you're
Brian.
putting your work in, but
Yes.
I don't think he's scoring.
What about EJ? The
I
physio?
didn't see EJ shoot.
She got a nice little
I
jump
didn't
shot.
see her take a jump shot, but I was gonna Courtney.
Mm.
Courtney, the kit man, got a nice jumper.
Okay.
That's my nominee for this
Okay.
week.
I'm going. Do we think we can make that happen? Yeah, we could.
What?
Let's see
Courtney
what-
versus Z.
Yeah, just see their jump shot.
Well, I do want to get a staff game. Remember when we used to do the media and staff games
Yeah.
before?
Yeah.
I'm organizing another one. We'll
Okay.
make it happen.
All right.
Do you want to come?
Let me know.
You're busy. You're booked and busy though.
Yeah, but I don't mind. Then
Okay.
maybe we could get the one-on-one versus Lens.
I know, but he's like he's not ready yet. With all these Achilles popping across different sports, he's
And
like
yeah. I'm not
he
turning
doesn't
up
want
either.
to.
Okay, great.
Well,
Well, lovely. I'm glad it was just me and you today. Catch up.
very very casual. I liked it.
Yeah. A lot
Huge
of
week.
basketball happening across all leagues.
Hmm.
So a fun week. I'm excited.
Very fun. Next home games: Besiktas.
Besiktas.
Going to be absolutely packed. Manchester also absolutely packed. Come out, and that was your London Lions Bulletin. Thank you, Z.
Lovely.
Welcome back to Home Court, and I'm back with Azania, and we are joined by our London Lions guard
Mo Soluade.
and our big coach right here,
Coach Sabonis.
Coach Sabonis. And one thing people don't know is that you guys both played with each other for 4 years, 4 seasons.
Yep.
How was it?
It was cool. I mean,
It was great.
Yeah.
You're a point guard.
No, I wish I was a point guard.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I was
Like-
a four. I was a four.
A four.
4-3.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
reading someone. I was like, wow, he's not a
No,
point
if
guard.
I was a point guard at this size, I would be.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be here. I
NBA,
don't
yeah.
think.
But Mo, for you, you started really young. Was it 16? You were with this
Yeah.
team?
Yeah, I moved out when I was just turned 15.
And then being a rookie, and how was that transition from England to Spain?
It was a lot smoother than people think.
Okay.
Because before I'd moved to Spain, I had I was just lucky enough to be in like Milton Keynes area, Southwest, and we had an APC, area performance centers back in the day. I don't know if they still do that.
Nah, I'm too young, bro.
Yeah, see?
Oh my God.
Damn, you make me feel that's crazy.
Fine wine. Mo. Fine wine. Don't listen to him.
But we had APCs, and I was lucky enough to be in Southwest. We were the only APC that got to travel for basketball, so we'd go for a week to Estonia, a week to Lithuania, a week here, a week there.
Amazing.
So I was used to traveling for ball. So when it got to moving to Spain,
Okay.
the first week was smooth. Second week was a bit rougher. Third week, but then after a month, I just got kind of used to it.
And Coach Sabonis, obviously, he was young, and you were young when you joined. Did
Yeah,
you
I mean, I
help
was-
him out as a rookie, or?
I mean, he was with Dome, with my brother, right? You were with
Yeah.
Dome on '96, both of you.
Oh, sick.
So they were kind of together, and then there was the second team that we played together for those years, and
All three of us.
knows English, so it was easy. And then I don't think the transition to Malaga is really hard for anyone.
Yeah.
It's very easy. The organization's very good. The practices, the people around.
Yeah.
I've been there a lot of years, so it wasn't hard to transition into it. And then obviously we had our group of I wouldn't say vets, but the guys kind of gelled. And I don't know. For me, it was one of my favorite basketball seasons ever. I got to play with my brother that year too.
Amazing.
When we were in the third division, when we lost the finals, which was big time. And then we had 2 more years then playing in second division. But I don't know. For me, it was fun. It was like you could probably call it the equivalent to playing college basketball. Just all of us together. Hanging out always. And there was like 4 years difference, but 4, 3, 2. Everybody
Yeah.
in that same kind of age group. It was good, and we had a solid coach, and just the chemistry was really good.
Did you guys ever run the ones?
One-on-one against
Ones.
each other.
Of course we did.
Who won?
I don't know. In the post, probably me. In the at the top, probably him.
Oh, so
But we're gonna keep it half and half.
you're gonna keep it half an hour. Oh,
Keep
boo.
it civil, yeah.
And how's your relationship changed from now, obviously,
Yeah.
being teammates to now head coach?
You ask him first.
Okay, Mo.
It's interesting. I say it because I've always seen
Of
him as
course.
like
Yeah.
as a leader. So
Yeah.
seeing him as a leader, as a player, and then now seeing it as a coach. I mean, even when we were in Malaga and he went his way, I went my way. Obviously, we follow each other on the ground. I see what he's
Yeah.
doing, he sees what I'm doing, and seeing him as a coach it just seems natural to see him in that position because he's always been that figure on the team. So seeing now him being my coach, it was interesting. Like it was trying to find that balance of like friend to coach.
Yeah.
What do I say? When can I not say things? We're not even halfway through. We've had a couple of conversations already. But I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see him like this, honestly. Yeah.
And being a coach, how does that kind of change the way and how you interact with the players? Because obviously you're still young yourself. Players are young.
I mean, I think the biggest thing, at least to answer the first question with Mo, it is a little different because we do have a relationship off the court, so that doesn't change for me. Like I'm going to coach him as a player, not as a friend. So maybe for him took him a little more time to understand that I'm still the coach. I'm not your friend anymore. Off the court, we can be buddies again, but I got to push the maximum out of you. That's why you're here. That's why we signed you. But as the season went on, it got easier. Obviously, he's injured all the time, so that's probably good now because like this, we don't really have to. I don't have to coach him, so I'm hoping he gets back as soon as possible because we do need him.
Yeah, you do.
So I did kind of like throw a jab, but at the same time, I'm picking him up. That's what coaches do.
Yeah.
But to answer the second part of the question, I think when I was in Dragons, at least as an assistant, what was good, it was my age is good compared to the players that we had. I had a lot of guys who were same age, same
Yeah.
kind of vibe, same kind of like upbringing, So maybe it was easier for me to interact with the players. And now coming to the coach, I'm bringing maybe a little different kind of style. I want to believe that at least, not that kind of old school mentality, but trying to like new, old. I don't know. It's maybe easier to ask them than me, but I'm trying to keep it more straight with them. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah. And like more direct and is Is it that you feel like maybe being more direct is gonna help create a better relationship, coach to player, rather than if you guys are a bit too friendly, that like if the lines are blurred, that can affect how things actually play out?
Yeah, but I'm an honest person always.
course.
I'm a straight shooter. I don't beat around the bush. So it's like either you like it or you don't, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I'm gonna tell you how it is. Yes, there's some conversations I have to be a little more nicer, a little
Yeah.
less nicer, but I tell you how it is on the court, off the court, So I want to believe that's what people like, or at least respect. When I was a player, I always liked coaches when they just told me straight up instead of this, that, and then you're like, okay, that's not what's
Yeah.
going on, or obviously it's easier said than done because there's a lot of people on the team. You got to keep everybody happy, but at the end, the ultimate goal is to win and to play the right way. So I want to believe I'm doing a solid job.
Of course, yeah.
But again, you got to ask him. You got to ask everybody else. So
100%.
Would you say, so this is a question for both of you. First of all, what was it like? Who was your coach in Malaga, and how has he influenced you guys as players? But also, how has he influenced you as a coach? And then again, can you see the coaching influence to coach?
I'll take this one quickly.
There's like 4
As-
questions in one.
No, because it's a good question. It's a very good question, and I gotta get back to Malaga and hit him up and go get some coffee because at the time he was tough. He
Yeah.
was tough, Francis Tomé.
Yeah.
He was very tough. We got into a lot of arguments and a lot of bashing heads, but now I see what he did. It did put a lot of effect in me as a young athlete, young adult, So I do give him a lot of respect at the end of the day. There are some things that I don't agree with, obviously, but overall, I think he did pave a lot of the things that I do and how I approach things on a daily basis, thanks to him, and I think Mo can probably agree it was tough, but a lot of those guys from that team that we were, a lot of them played successfully. And my brother NBA, Alberto is ACB, Pepe was ACB, Dejan was ACB, Alex was ACB, you're even NBA. So we got 2 NBA, and Kuzmic was on that team.
Yeah.
So there was already like
Real
3.
successful.
Yeah, so 3 NBA guys, EuroLeague guys, so like Alberto's captain of Unicaja,
Captain
So,
of
I
Spain,
mean,
national team.
national team, exactly. So
Wow, you had a good squad.
yeah, we did. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
it was frustrating that we lost that
Yeah.
that
But you were
one.
all young still in
Yes,
your
yes.
career.
Yeah.
I was 20 probably, or 19, and you guys were like 15 and 16.
17.
So
all went on to do great things. And just talk about also the Spanish culture. I played 2.5 years. It is very different. It's obviously fast. They love to foul in the transition to stop, and just do you still see that in your game, or even as a player now as a coaching, or not really?
I mean, a lot of that philosophy we bring into like our game now.
Yeah.
Fouling on fast break, stopping momentum, trying to control the pace of the game. It's something we're doing every day in practice. Hopefully, guys, you guys are seeing during the games, like we're giving our effort and trying to, put these things in place. So
What's been good so far?
what's good is that we have a very good group of dudes.
Yeah.
Very
nice.
coachable group of dudes. So
Amazing.
me as a rookie coach to be able to coach guys like this, and guys actually not just hear but listen and implement what we're trying to build, it's big time. It makes my job a lot easier, and we go through a lot of stuff. I don't see bad faces. I don't see guys like, everybody does their job. So then we can do it better. We can do it worse, but the coaching side it's good.
Coach, I got a question for you regarding your dad. So unofficially, people would call him the basketball GOAT. People say he was very revolutionary, changed the game, helped it evolve, and helped it move on. First of all, what was it like at home, everyone playing basketball, and who used to dominate in the house whenever you're playing in the back of the garden? That's my first question for you.
I mean, he always beat us in like.
Oh, no, not playing. I wasn't even thinking playing your dad. That sounds like
no,
that sounds like it runs deep.
We always did like -3. It's a shot, the shooting game Lithuanian.
Yeah.
And I mean, until even a few years ago, he still beat us.
Oh, wow.
The touch doesn't go away.
amazing.
Wow.
So
Love that.
so yeah, never like really one-on-ones and stuff like this. That's just unfair.
Yeah. What was it? Yeah.
But then between the brothers, I don't know, maybe me and my big brother had a little bit of advantage. But then once Domas grew out and filled in, it was a little tougher. We don't get to play that much nowadays. But my big brother is the one that takes it most seriously now.
course.
We do, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, living in a household, we didn't talk much ball, to be honest, on
Really?
the table or anything like this. My dad never pushed us to do basketball. He always let us do whatever we wanted. It just came automatically that we all wanted to play basketball. My big brother quit really early. He's in hospitality. He's working for our hotel and he's great at it. My brother obviously is in the NBA. And I took the coaching route. But it wasn't like a big. Only when Žalgiris was playing or the national team was playing.
Of course, yeah.
Then then there was I would use very specific language, which I won't, but it was crazy. If they were playing good, it was good. If they were playing bad, TV's turning off. He's getting mad. We're like, what's going on? So like he could never be a coach, my father. So
Okay.
but he looks like a scary giant, but Mo knows him well. He's funny. He gets a beer in him, and he's even funnier. So he
I
lets
think
out his-
everyone is.
Yeah, exactly. So it was good. It was good. He taught us a lot of stuff.
Did you? What was that like? I mean, talk us through your playing career and where he was maybe most vocal in how you played and where you really saw the effect of or the blessing, let's say, of having a dad that was so great at basketball. And yeah, where did you see it in your career?
I mean, it's a blessing. It's also it's tough, because expectations are always high, just
course.
because you're the son of somebody. You have to go through it when you're young, and you always expect a lot from yourself. Sometimes things don't fall. People expect more, but you go through it once you grow up, and then it becomes noise, But, I always thought, at least everybody always said that I had a good brain. I could see the game. I could pass. So that was definitely from him. I didn't get his athleticism. I didn't get his length. My brother got that. My sister's very tall and very, very long, so she got that. But I don't know. Like he came to games, he would watch. He always saw the little details, warm-ups, just body demeanor, seeing little reads. He's like, why didn't you see that? Why are you doing this? Why are you relaxing here? Like who do you think you are that you can do that? And it was like
Always
okay.
kept you on your toes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I just remember one when I don't know, I was probably like 12 or something. He came with my brother to one of the games and just warm-ups, and I was just messing around. I wasn't taking it seriously. And he said from the moment, and then he didn't even finish watching the game. And then he came and was like, what's up, Dad? And I was like, you're not taking it seriously. Why do I have to come waste my time watch you if you're not even taking your warm-up seriously? Either you come in seriously to the warm-up, which is the beginning of the game. It is like, I try to preach to the guys is waking up, taking breakfast, making your bed. That's part of game time routine, So I was 12 years old and he told me, and I was like, oh, wow. So, it hits hard, and it makes you understand what he sees and not just the basketball part. It's the little things. On the other side, my little brother, who Mo knows very well as well, Domas, was from like 10 years old. He was very disciplined already in practices and warm-ups and stretching and, he's there, I'm here.
No, of course.
Just different journeys.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
like tell us more about your journey after obviously playing with Mo. Where did you play?
Played my whole career in Spain in second division. So after Malaga, I went to Palma, Mallorca. Actually had a very good start of the season. Then the second half didn't go that well. Solid. I mean, I was a solid player. I can't say I was great. I had good games. I had bad games. Then spent 3 more years in Spain. Had one very good season in Castellón. We made the playoffs. It was a very good season for me. I had some conversations to go ACB,
Yeah.
I was like Mo, we were like jugador de formación, so we consider it as Spanish, so that obviously helps for the nationality, but never went through. Went back to second division, and then I was like, I don't want to do this. Like I don't know if I'm like, in my household, there's a Hall of Famer, there's an all-star. The levels of basketball, it's different, and I never felt that my expectations were higher of myself. I never got to what I wanted.
Did you feel that pressure?
It wasn't more
or not,
pressure.
just like-
It was more, I wanted
Something different.
something more.
Yeah.
And I already started doing the coaching classes, coaching courses in Spain my last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I was always asking the coaches were always saying, man, you're busting our balls always. Why are we doing this? Why that? Why like this? Why don't we do this? So I already knew that I could be a coach.
Yeah.
A lot of players always said I thought differently.
Yeah.
And then, I got a decision to make. Do I start the coaching? My parents talked to the Žalgiris GM. They're very close. And he said if he wants, he can go to second team, start coaching, work his way up, whatever the case may be.
Incredible,
We'll
yeah.
give you a job, I'll be closer to my family. My wife will be closer. So I took it and to be honest, it was the best decision I ever took.
Yeah.
And the only person in my family that was against it was my Domas. I was like, no, you're 27 years old. You're going to 28. You're going to get your prime. You're going to break through. Don't worry. You know, all this. Everybody else was, you'll be happier. You got the coaching, and I'm very happy. I'm thrilled, and to be in my sixth, seventh year, and being the head coach of the London Lions in Euro Cup. I don't know. I think it speaks highly, and I don't like speaking about myself. I hate it, but if I got the job, it's for something. I'm hoping.
You're doing well. You're doing.
I mean, I'm hoping. I want more. I always want more.
course,
I need him to help me.
We're working on it.
And in the UK, I mean, what differences are you seeing? I mean, from a coach's lens, in terms of all the basketball you've seen in Spain, Lithuania, you come to the UK, and now you get domestic league here. What are the main differences in the way basketball's played?
I'm going to say, I don't want to be very harsh, and this might be taken very...
Be honest and direct.
Yeah.
We're happy to.
It's the mentality.
Yeah.
The mentality about everything. I don't know. We coaches talk about like how football here is, or soccer, or football.
Yeah.
Is taken so seriously, how everybody lives it, dies for it, and then basketball isn't like that. And it's, it's the little things. It's the getting to the arena, having everything ready, preparations, dying for it, waking up in the morning, coming to practice, everybody surrounding everything. I'm not trying to take a jab or anything like this. Don't get me wrong, because everyone's doing their jobs, but coming
It's the difference.
It's the different. Okay, I lived in a country. I'm from a country that basketball's a religion.
Love.
Everybody, you die for it. Everybody, every kid, every parent sees a kid, a boy, they want him to play basketball. Everybody wants to play for your national team. It's tough. It's tough that you don't breathe, die, bleed for everything basketball.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a good thing, because there's a lot of bad things that come with this, but that's the hardest thing for me to like have, some guys don't play for the national team, and they get like, you don't say no to your national team.
Of course.
You get the call, whatever, free, not free, you play, you die for it. It's 1 minute, it's 30 minutes, it's making 50 points or not making 1 point, it's
Or 0 minutes.
exactly.
There's
being
the
on the
12th
bench.
man on
Yeah.
the bench. Yeah.
That stuff, and then, I don't know, like, it's the energy in the Žalgiris arena when you come in the morning, from the security guard to the cleaning lady. It's all basketball,
Yeah,
everybody, you come in, everything's always prepared, because everybody wants you to succeed, and you walk the streets, great game, we love you, this, you play bad, why did you play bad, why didn't this? I'm like, there's the good and bad, but it's always basketball.
Yeah, the
So
expectation.
especially Kaunas, which is everything is Žalgiris. So
Yeah.
that is an adjustment. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's also kind of relaxing in some senses too.
Yeah. Did you watch the Lithuanian Great Britain game?
I did not. I did see the last segment.
Yeah.
And I was with my son, that's why. So I didn't watch it, but I was following it on Flash Score, and I was like, okay, oh damn.
Yeah.
Like, oh god, if we lose this, I'm gonna get my ass busted
Yeah.
every day. And then I look up and I'm like
9 seconds later.
what happened here? So I'm like to my wife, sorry, but I gotta, get back at this. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, wow. So obviously you guys deserve to win that game. That's that's great for for
They're
coach.
actually the top of the group.
Yes,
which
exactly.
is
Really?
yeah, because Italy then went and beat Lithuania.
Yeah,
so the
by
whole
one,
group is
yeah.
1-1.
Mo, how did you feel?
I was shocked
Former
Yeah.
GB player.
when I watched when I saw that
Worst 9 seconds of your life.
gang. I was sat on my sofa like this for like a minute and a half.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it. Like 9 points in 9 seconds like that
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
after the game we just had. Like maybe a minute 30 left to hear saying, "Oh, this is a historical win for GB," and then that happens. I'm just like,
Got too excited too early.
yeah. I feel like as a player, obviously, when you're on,
Yeah.
you never give up. Like you're always fighting to the last moment. But you're up with however many points with 30 seconds left. You're like, only a miracle is gonna take them over the line above us.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got that.
And
They really got that.
would you say, like, I mean, what's your experience obviously playing for GB, and how has it been, to be honest? Like what have you seen playing for GB, and then you think, okay, cool, with everything I've seen there, this is what I'm going to bring back to UK hoops in general. From the teams you played, from the coaches you've spoken with
With GB.
GB whilst playing and going abroad with GB. challenges, everything, you know, the resilience, putting the country in your back. Like, that's an experience in alone that not many people get, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's something very special, getting the honor to represent your country, spend those summers, those weeks with like a bunch of guys that just want to go out there and fight and represent. It's something special for sure.
Mm.
Getting to travel, getting to play against teams like Lithuania, getting to play against like Spain and whoever we get to play against. It's just leveling up your personal like skill level, getting to go against these like great players, especially when they have like their big guys.
Yeah, they're big
Yeah.
dogs.
When their big dogs are
Yeah.
back. It's fun. It's an experience to just go on and battle.
Mm.
Yeah.
And also just going back to that loss, I think, because obviously I played many years with Great Britain, and you do kind of have to take those embarrassing L's and those heavy losses to still, I know it's not really nice, but to learn. So the next game that they go in, guys, we have to lock in till the buzzer goes off. Like, we can't remember that time that we lost with 9 seconds. Like, I know it's really horrible, but you do have to take those moments, those lessons, to be like, we could still lose here. Remember, it happened. And throughout my career with Great Britain, we had moments where we would lose by 1, we would lose by 2, and they're heart, wrenching, but all sadly, but you have to have those lessons. How's the mindset within the group? Obviously, everyone's taken the international break. I know you got to go home, see your family, take a nice break. Where are we with the mindset of the Lions and
Working
going
on it, trying to explain to the gentleman that we're going to have 7 games in 11 days. So
Amazing.
that's what I was getting to. Yeah.
you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared to go back to back, back to back, back to back. So you got to use these practices to prepare everything. That's the job. I've seen it for a lot of time, a lot of years in the EuroLeague when you don't have time to prepare, stuff. So this is, you use these 3 days, these 4 or 5 days to prepare everything, and guys have to understand that there won't be practice. There'll be just walkthroughs and, just adjustments. We had the Boer game, and then we had the Bristol game where we lost. I think it was the first time we had the game off game.
Yeah.
And I think guys understood that this is, you got to...
Heavy.
It's heavy. It is definitely heavy. And you want to play at the highest level. You want to play and you want to compete and you want to win at the highest level. You got to be prepared in 24 hours to prepare yourself mentally and physically to be ready to play the game. And it's not necessarily going out and, again, scoring 20 points or getting 10 rebounds. It's just mentally tough to be where you have to be and to do what you're supposed to do. It's a bump. It's being at the right coverage. It's reading the situation, taking a foul when it's necessary, and I feel like it was a first wake-up call for us that we weren't mentally ready. I think that will help. This period of practices will help prepare those 7 games in 11 days and show us where we are and to see individually how mentally tough our guys are.
What does great preparation even look? I mean, for Leon, what is great preparation for moments when you, as you said, 7 games in 11 days?
Yeah, you prepare every coverage. You try to see what the teams are going to do, so you're ready for the coverages. Every set that we do, it's depending on what they're going to do. You anticipate a little. You can never get it 100% right, but you can. And then you try to put the players in the right spots. But the thing is, you can always see the guys when they come in the morning. You can see it from their faces. A lot of times, guys are like, okay, I'm going to have to get into it with this guy. I'm going to have to already start. I have to approach one player a little more, start, hey, how was your day? Come on. Because you can tell. You can see guys that are mentally locked in. There are some players that have that kind of, they look like they're foggy, but then practice starts and they pick it up,
Okay, yeah.
But, you give them all kind of assignments. You give little details. And,
And
sometimes you have to set the tone really
Yeah.
early as a coach, especially after 4 days off. You have to set the tone so they wake up really quickly and then, okay, we got to practice because we don't want to deal with, extra
Of course, yeah, no.
And I think that's it as a head coach, right? It is managing personalities, human beings, like it's, and just kind of like your coaching philosophy, because I commentate a lot of your games, but you change up your starting lineups a lot. What is your philosophy behind that?
Matchups mostly where, let's say in SLB, we're the top dog in Euro Cup. We're not top dog, so we got to try to find the right matchup that will work. Find the right balance off the bench. Try to find who will work with who. So we just try to look at what can help that moment of the games to start well. Then during the game you adjust. Regarding, but also everybody has opportunity to start. I don't believe in starting. I don't think it's a
This
big
is
deal.
what I wanted to ask.
Like in Žalgiris, we always done it. We put the guys that need to play. Yeah, some guys are maybe have a little more, let's say, authority or a little more power on the team, or
There's always
there's
that.
always this.
Yeah.
But even those guys, sometimes you gotta check. You gotta pick somebody up. Someone had a bad game in Euro Cup, and you gotta give them a little, pick me up. Okay, now you can go to work. I'm giving you the start. You're gonna play. I know a lot of guys, especially. In Lithuania, the starting doesn't matter. Lithuania, it's who finishes the game.
Yeah.
I always
I've
remember,
always been that.
Ginobili always said it perfectly. He came off the bench for San Antonio Spurs, and he always said it like,
Yeah.
you know.
I think it also just managing those, it's kind of like consistency. So if you're always a starter, then
Relax.
I always had my mind differently. I've come off the bench as well, but you kind of do take a little bit of a relaxed approach where I'm able to kind of, assess the game. What do
I
we
agree.
need more? But then also starting kind of, but then you
It's an
just keep them
ego
on.
thing. The starting thing is an ego thing. In my
Okay, but
opinion.
you keep them on their toes anyway, because
You
it's
try.
like I have to prepare the same way then. Because if I don't know if I'm starting or not, then I prep like I'm going to start, and if I don't, I don't.
Exactly.
Okay,
And
interesting.
you like to tell the starters, or like not. They can anticipate who will start, but then
Yeah.
we don't try to tell them at least until the last 6-7 minutes before the game. So
Surprise! Yeah.
so you tell them the matchups and stuff, but I mean everybody anticipates. It's normal. You got to
Okay.
feel we still prepare practices in that kind of sense, but it's also like you said to keep them on the edge. I agree with you. When I played, I like to come off the bench because if the team is playing good, then you just got to come in and give energy. If the team is not playing that good, okay, I can be the changing factor here and pick everybody up. And then if I do suck, well, everybody sucks. So it's like, but you just play it. But to answer your question, it is depending a lot on adjustments. I'm trying to find the right way for us to start well.
Okay, thank
How
you.
do you go about building a team? I mean, alongside Martinez, of course, a team that is, I mean, it seems very well-rounded, very, very complete, and with a lot of depth. What were the challenges that you faced?
Honestly, it wasn't that bad this summer, like to be complete.
Yeah.
Like we got a lot of the guys that we wanted were first options, which doesn't really happen much, So I'm very happy that we started early. We talked to guys very early. We gave, I want to believe, solid speeches. We had good Zoom calls, prepared with video and everything. So I was very happy.
Amazing, yeah.
So I think that was very good. I mean, we try to bring a EuroLeague approach. That's all. When I was around and we signed players, we did it a very, let's say, I don't know, professional. I don't know what the word would be, but really making every player feel important and try to give them the right role that I envisioned, that Martinez envisioned, that Lenz and the coaching staff did, and try to those players understand if they're going to come here, it's going to be with that. What our goals were, what our desire is for this club in general, not just this season, but overall. And I think it's a good growth for a lot of these guys. It seemed like it worked because we signed, like I said, a lot of top dogs or top options that we wanted, knowing that a lot of guys even got better offers, from not better clubs, but more, let's say, stable clubs, in Euro Cup, even Germany, Spain, or Turkey, which are still more money. So I don't know. We were very happy with that. Obviously, injuries have been a big headache for me this year. Thought God would be a little more nicer to me, but it is how it is. But I think we're doing a pretty good job, and I think guys are stepping up when guys have been hit.
Of course.
So I'm happy with that.
And Mo, what's it like repping London again with a different squad? And what is it like with this squad? How does this differ to 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2 years ago. I mean, as Coach said, we have a great group of guys. I feel like that's always the weird thing going into like preseason, like figuring out who am I playing with, like who am I spending the next 10 months with.
Yeah.
And we got an amazing group. It reminds me a lot of the team we had 2 years ago. Like we all gel, we all talk about the same things, we all like vibe. Like when someone's down, everyone's helping them up. Like it's just a great group.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, compared to how we were 2 years ago, it's a very different type of roster. I feel we don't have anyone that's kind of proven, but we're growing up.
Yeah.
We have killers, like we have Cam, we have Joel, we have J3, just to say 3 for the deep roster that we do have. But I mean, season's a couple months in. I'm still very excited to see like what we got left because we haven't hit our peak yet. Like this is one thing we're trying to do. Like we're playing well, but
Yeah, and it's
still-
a
we're still
long
trending
season,
upwards.
right? It's
Yeah.
a long season. You're about to hit halfway through Euro Cup, so you're right to get your stride at the right time.
Yeah.
And I think the Bristol loss came at a perfect time for you guys, just a nice slice of humble pie to understand that SLB still you have
Serious
to
as well.
serious. You have to come in. Everyone's gunning after the Lions, and Euro Cup. You know, you're right where you want to be. Touching on actually. Liking players, like I've been on teams where there's people where you like
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you don't mess with them off the court, you know, you're just, and I think it's such a different feeling and chemistry when you can really enjoy, they're your boys. I have teammates that are sisters for life, like 20 years deep, and that is a really nice, I can totally see that with you guys when I'm just on the sidelines or commentating, that energy and chemistry for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we all mess with each other. Like,
Yeah.
all the boys.
Who's the biggest jokester? Like, who's Matt?
From a coaching standpoint, it's Matt.
Did you like his step back?
You know, it went in. If you see me, I was serious.
I know, I saw you.
Yeah, but he played very well. I gotta say,
Yeah.
those minutes he came in, he gave a lot of energy. So I'm happy for him.
I'd say Matt as well.
Yeah, and what do you bring to the team, Mo?
The vibes.
The vibes.
Just-
You the
The
Orcs
vibes.
guy, you
Nah,
put the
nah, nah.
music in?
Orcs is Shavar.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Okay.
Shavar, we
Point guard in every area.
bangers on bangers on bangers.
And what vibes are we talking?
It's great energy all the time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Come in, dap everyone up.
Yeah. Bring
Yeah.
solid.
If you talk to Kai, my boy Kai, if you can pan the camera around, I don't think you can. He's sat there very awkwardly right now. That's my dog. Nah, I mean, you know, I've been out for like a bit now, so just to obviously I don't travel with the guys when they go on like away trips. So
Yeah.
when we're at practice, it's kind of like my time to really
Yeah.
mesh with them. Like I'll be messing around with them, get the mic, go ask them some questions. Just be that gel guy, especially when I'm not on the court. So
Who dresses the best on the team?
Oh, that's
And who's worryingly needs to just
Worrying?
Yeah, who's like
who's the best and who needs help? Is that
yeah,
what you're
like,
asking?
who really needs help? Coach, you can answer this as
Okay,
well.
yeah.
You guys all look dapper. I mean, you guys all looking suave in the suits. You guys look like twins, everyone.
Best dressed, I'm gonna go TP.
Okay.
Tariq Phillip.
Yeah.
He can be out there as well. Can be putting some garms on.
Every now and then, yeah.
What do we
I'm
think?
not commentating. on
Yeah.
the dressing.
He's like,
Um, I'd say Ryan is the most slick for me. Like, but my style's different to your guy.
Right.
Ryan dresses very classic.
suave. Yeah.
Dean's not even that bad.
I mean, this is the thing. We haven't got a bad dresser on the team.
No, you haven't.
We haven't got a bad
Solid.
dresser. Yeah. Like, great guys all around. On
But I'd
court,
say
off court.
Ethan's the best. Always with the London gear. I like that. I like it. It's you represent your team.
You know what? Coach might be spitting. So, Coach, if it was up to you, everyone just turns up in trackies.
Yep, it would be. Yeah.
That's how it was in Dragons. So every time you go, you know, okay, home games, but our home games are a little different because we're in the hotel always.
Okay, yeah.
So, you know, it's kind of
It's a different structure.
yeah,
Okay.
You're not coming from home, you know. So
Yeah.
I have my own theories. I'm not going to say it out loud because I don't want to. But you're thinking sometimes more about your dress than the game. You know, as a coach, as a player, I get it. You gotta, look good. I understand that. My brother always said you gotta look good to play good. But it's different. Plus, you gotta come in with your bags. It's just not convenient.
True.
I just think it's not convenient.
No, I get it.
If we played closer and we had the apartments closer and the guys come in the cars or
Yeah.
come, walking, you come on. Yeah, like I always wanted to come good as well. But now, I'm with the London stuff. I'm in the hotel with the team. Well, I'm gonna be with the London. That's why I like the guys that just go.
Simple.
Seems for me as a coaching standpoint, seems like he's more worried about the game than. Which I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Everybody's got to do their own thing.
I wanted to quickly touch on two things with you, Mo, in terms of mindset. What separated you when you were younger from the rest of the hoopers in the UK that allowed you to get the opportunities or allowed you to be ready for the opportunities that came your way?
My pops hooped a bit when he was like back in uni and that. But I didn't really have anyone basketball in my family that was like, hey, go play ball. Like I
Yeah.
started with everyone in the UK. I started with football.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you watch anything?
even when I played football, I watched basketball. I'd watch NBA. Before I went to Spain, I really had no idea about European basketball.
Okay.
To be honest, it was all NBA, watching old highlights, watching current games, and then I went to Spain. I was exposed a lot more to like what's out here. You know, I didn't know the levels of like Spanish basketball, French basketball, German basketball until I got there and experienced it. You know, obviously in the UK, there's not many, especially back then. Like outdoor courts were very scarce. Getting indoor courts, you're fighting with table tennis, you're fighting with badminton, you're fighting with football. So like opportunities were rare, but like when you got one, just
Yeah, go
hoop
hard.
as much as you can. Like I remember I'd be coming home from school. Everyone's like, "Oh, let's play out." Like, yeah, I'm gonna watch a game. I'm gonna go hoop. I'm gonna go run or something. You know, instead of just.
And did you
playing
have
with
like anyone to look up to when you were younger? Because I didn't. You're about the same age as me. There was no.
Yeah.
We couldn't really watch NBA. There was no WNBA. There's no British League. So it's like, where did you find your basketball inspiration? Kind of that energy.
I mean, I didn't really have anyone. I didn't have anyone to look up to.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to follow in anyone's footsteps. I just loved the
Loved it.
game. Like when I met him, I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
I met him and I was like, why is everyone treating these guys like why is
Who are they?
who are these people?
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, this is a bonus. Like, who's a bonus? I googled him. I was like,
Bonus. Yeah.
oh, okay.
Because I was going to kind of the same kind of question of like being that young 16-year-old in Spain. What would you, not the advice, because I don't love that question, but like the do's and the don'ts. Like what from that age to now.
Do's and a don't.
Yeah.
What has given you the 15-year career?
Being coachable.
And what does that mean? Because I don't think people know what that means. When I was younger, I thought I knew what it meant.
What did you think it meant?
When I was younger, I thought it was just taking on advice. But being coachable from the people that are now around me that are, doing very, very well in sport and are fortunate enough to have great careers, it's listening and actioning what coach is telling you to do. That's what I've always thought. That's what I now think it is and now see it as, like it's not about questioning. It's not about questioning authority. Maybe you want to question to understand, but sometimes you can't, like in the moment, you can't ask what's going on. You just need to do. It's like, that's how I see it now. I see it as almost sounds like being a soldier for coach.
That soldier thing you just said is something that I was going to say, because when I was hooping in the UK, I had coaches. My coach was like Jamie Kesson and Lee McCarthy, among a few. But those were the two that kind of like instilled that soldier mentality. Like with Lee, we used to run. Like punishments, we would run. So there was that kind of, if coach says something, do it. Like if you have a question, ask about it. But like just get the work done and then kind of figure it out. For me, being coach was that, like just being a good guy within the locker room, towards the team, towards the coaching staff, towards the coach, knowing your role and doing your role. Like if coach says go stand in the corner, go stand in the corner. Like you might not like it, but
do it.
The coach is telling you to do something for a reason. Like,
yeah.
It might not be you getting the ball, but you standing there might be him getting open so that he can get that shot. Like not everything is about you. There's a level of being a role player that you have to be comfortable with to go far, I think. Unless you're the main guy, but even the main guy sometimes isn't.
Me and you've had this conversation.
We have,
2-3 years ago.
Yeah. You helped me out when I was in a dark spot.
Yeah, no, you're good, because it was. Were you shooting not very well, I think?
Yeah.
Just in a little bit of a struggle patch.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
What was the struggle patch?
It was just...
It's just a rough time.
Yeah, just a rough time. And obviously a friend of Mo's, and just went up to him and I'm like, bro, there's only one LeBron James, but who are the other 4 players? And I'm like, and Mo, and you are a fantastic role player and you excel in that. And there's no embarrassment of being a role player. And I thought, you need a Mo Soluade on your team to win, to know how to win, to have a leader. And that was what I kind of just said to you, and throughout your career, and even my own, where even when I was playing with the Lions, I was averaging a double-double my first year. And my second year, I was averaging like 4 points, 2 rebounds. But who was scoring? Holly Winterburn. I had to screen for her. I had to roll for her. I had to rebound. So as your career, as your seasons, and even games change, and you have to be able to adapt to that. And that's why I think your longevity of your career has been fantastic. You're able to be whatever your team needs and move with such grace and confidence in it. And that's It's kind of what I said to you. I was like, Mo, I got you, bro.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
So touching on the coachability aspect, for both of you guys, when you see a young person that isn't coachable, is it something that someone has in them, or is it something that can be taught? Because I think young people can be very difficult to coach, just naturally, right? So how do you communicate to a young person that they need to be coachable and what coachability is in a way that's actually going to make them understand?
That's a bonus.
Sorry, I'm throwing out that.
That's a you
No.
question.
Because I look at myself when I was younger, I thought I was coachable, but apparently
Yeah,
not.
I thought I was
Right now.
coachable too.
Yeah.
I know I was, but some people have it because you're raised the right way. You're installed very good values from a young age. As an example, like we had Tom Walkup in Tautvydas, and you could tell Walkup run through the wall. He'll run through the wall. He won't question the coach. He wouldn't. He'll just
Yeah.
he will do like what Mo says. He was by far number one soldier,
Wow.
but that's who he was for his whole career. But then you have guys that question or this or that, and when it comes to young kids, at the end of the day, I can say one thing, you can say something, but it's the person that's coaching him every day that has to be on top of his ass. Or, like it doesn't matter. Like I can tell you all four of us can sit here and say the perfect quote, the perfect motivational speech. It doesn't matter because that will last 2 hours, 3 hours, 30 minutes, get you all hyped up. Oh, I'm going to do this. But then what's going to happen next morning? You're going to go back. So you're going to come back to the next practice. And if the coach is not going to be up asking you to do whatever it is, and you're trying to do it, and especially those tough kids that don't want to, no, I'm better, or I'm this, you got to be accountable.
Yeah.
The coach has to be there every day. You don't get a day off. The player might get a day off, but you coaches or the people that, parents, mothers, do mothers ever take a day off? No, because you have to be there. So there's kids or there's players that have those values, like walk up. I can use an example from our team. Joel, for example, is very coachable. It's ridiculous.
He's a super nice guy.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But that speaks highly of him. Not saying that anybody is not like you are, but there's some guys that really, there's guys that like walk up is another example that really, it's a pleasure, because their values are very important. And what you said before, it was like 4 points, 2 rebounds, but that was maybe the game plan. Maybe their game plan was to stop you.
Yeah.
Or, let's say Mo's hit 2 games, 30 points. Now their whole game plan is to stop Mo. Can Mo adjust his mindset to not play for 0 points? You know? Those are also inside stuff that you have, that you were raised the right way, that you understand that it's not just one game, it's not just one practice, it's every day, everything you do. And I like to say, and as my father always said, it's how you wake up, how you do your bed, how you brush your teeth, how you come down, you say good morning to mom, you say good morning to dad, or to your brothers. And that's how you prepare your day for the game, for the practice, for anything in life. So at the end of the day, my advice is always those coaches. And when I started the first year with the second team was, you got to be there every day. And you got to tell them what they don't want to hear every day. Not one day. And then it's a cliche. Everybody says it.
Yeah. But it's true.
But does everybody do it? That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the
Everybody,
difference.
because we can sit and talk, and I'm like, oh yeah, I do it.
Yeah.
And you go watch them, and then some people, they see the boss is there. Okay, now I got to be a little.
Yeah.
Like,
No, you don't want that. You're very intense. There's no doubt about it. But there are moments that
Well, yeah, I mean, I
you might have
do.
to.
Like I had the privilege to have good coaches. My dad's my biggest role model. He was tough, so that's where it probably comes from. But then from all the coaches that I've had, I've learned from all the assistants that I've had. And you really have to build those relationships. As an assistant in Tautvydas, I built very good. I want to believe at least I built very good relationships with a lot of the players, and till today I have good relationship with a lot of the Americans, a lot of the Lithuanians. And just it's being consistent every day. I still remember one story. My brother, just to finish it off, it was his first year after college in Gonzaga, and we came back to Spain. And I think you were there for sure. We went out one night, we all had fun, and we came back at 4 a.m, something like this. And 7 a.m, he's waking me up. I'm like, what do you want? Let's go work out. I'm like, what do you mean work out?
We just went to bed.
I'm like, let's get a little good sleep and, we'll do it. And I'm like, no, we got to go now. Because I got to get drafted. I got to get to the NBA. You know, I got to go. You know, and there's somebody else working right now. You know, that's like I don't take days off. And I was like, all right, when you say me that, what am I supposed to do? Pass me my toothbrush. You know, here we go. You know, and then since then, it's always been no matter what he does, he stretches, he eats good. You know, and
Having
he's
it
an all-star at the
successful,
end of the
yeah.
day. You know, he's an all-NBA player. You know, he's a consistent machine of double-doubles. Better or worse, people can have their opinions about everybody, you know, but he comes in, he does his job. You know, and it's only because of consistency with everything he does. And
And
all
you can
the,
see that
yeah,
from your father, obviously, instilling that, and in your work ethic as well.
a lot of guys, you know, that want to be great or
Yeah.
want to be successful in any job, you have to be consistent.
So far being in London, what have you liked?
And what I don't like,
What don't you
Ooh,
like?
Yeah, this is a good question.
And then coming back to London, what you excited about? What are you like? Oh,
Have you tried fish and chips yet?
no, I haven't.
A
And,
cup of tea?
humble
no,
crumble.
What?
no.
Apple crumble, man said.
Humble crumbles.
No, no,
have
the
you
tea.
tried,
I
Coach?
am a big tea guy. Well, my wife is, but I haven't had tea. I've kind of been drinking a lot of coffee. The fish and chips, we've gone 3 times to go have fish and chips.
Okay.
We always get stirred out to something.
Something else?
Something else caught our eye, and we went with the coaches somewhere else. VP is very mad because he's been wanting the fish and chips a lot, so I have to get the fish and chips. Honestly, the weather's way better than I expected. I have to say that. That is very nice. It hasn't been, I don't want to say it out loud because I don't want to jinx it, but it's been good. One thing I don't like is not having a car. Like not having a car, it's tough. In Malaga, since I was 14, we had those little cars.
That get around, yeah.
So not having a car, not being able just to jump in and go somewhere, you know, even like coming here, you know, you gotta check the tube, you know, how am I gonna get there, you know, see how much time I have, all this. So that.
But it's not efficient to drive, actually.
No. If even I had the opportunity to have a car, I wouldn't take
want
it.
it.
I wouldn't want it anyway. Plus, driving on the other side, I don't want to get in a car accident. You know, I don't want to cause problems, but just you know, the having a car is just very convenient. You know, but you know, you get to go out, you know, and get dinner, get lunch anywhere. There's
So many. It's a melting pot.
you know, it's like when you go on Instagram, you're like looking, and it's like you're wasted an hour, and you don't even know where you're gonna go because like I down it to 10, to 8, to 5, to 3, and it's like, oh damn, between these 3, what do I want? Like I don't know. And then
Where have you gone recently that you liked?
a lot of ramen places. I really,
Ramen,
I'm big ramen, and the strength and conditioning coach really likes it as well. So I think I've already like tried 5, 6 spots, you know, and each one has been pretty good.
Can you name us one?
I do not remember the names. I mean, I will not.
I like
remember them.
Bone Daddies. It's a chain, but
Yeah, I've heard of
anyway.
it.
Mo, what are you happy about being back in London, back in your ends, your city?
I mean, just coming home is always great, you know.
Yeah.
Being close to family, friends, getting to rep the city you're from, having a great new coach.
What? No.
Coach is blushing. Coach is blushing. Coach is
I get that.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, look at this guy.
So cute.
Did you know Coach when Coach had long hair?
Yeah.
Wow. What
I
happened to long?
thought for a moment because he was in like when he had the long hair, he was in the gym as well.
Swear.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I took care of myself. You know?
Yeah.
There was one period I remember because, crazy. in the
Ripped.
gym. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
all
Oh,
those
okay,
seasons,
Coach.
Thank you, Mo.
Favorite dish?
Favorite dish?
Yeah. What's your
London.
go-to? Yeah.
Oh, I mean, this
Could
is the thing with like restaurants in London. You
Yeah,
can spend
so many.
hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like open table, asking left, right, and
What do you guys recommend?
Oh, that's a good question.
for what?
Okay.
Bro?
Well, you know, to go, good coaches. to go.
Humble crumble. You need to go.
That's dessert, I'm guessing
Yeah,
more.
that's
right?
just a.
I'm not the biggest dessert guy. I don't mind dessert, but
Okay. That's
like
fine.
what apart from fish and chips, which we will go to.
I've just discovered the Shoom, which
Just discover.
I was gonna
yeah,
say.
I haven't really. I've heard of it, but I haven't really gone, and I've been really enjoying, especially their breakfast. Have you gone for breakfast?
I'm going for breakfast.
See,
This
breakfast.
is the thing.
Breakfast I hear is
you
good.
can't reserve, so it's like if you for breakfast it's like reservation.
No, just I went to the King's Cross one, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My favorite
Good
place
idea.
recently, Oka. It's like a. Have you been Oka?
I went there like 2 days.
So
ago,
good, bro. It's different,
bro.
right?
Yeah.
Where is this?
What kind
Different.
of food are we
It's
talking?
like is it like Pan Asian, Japanese?
Yeah.
It's so like
Literally
It's
2
the-
days ago, bro.
it's so good,
Yeah.
so good. Went with my girlfriend. I was like, wow,
I gotta go.
Why didn't I go?
Oka.
You
I
writing,
go Oka.
Yeah.
writing a list, Coach?
I'll rewatch it so I can write down. But
Oka's good.
yeah,
Do you know I went recently? Carbone.
Carbone. Oh my gosh, no one could get. Shout out, bro. Yeah, how did you get a taste?
It's Mo Soluade. You didn't know?
Yeah, right. I didn't know.
Just rocked up.
Yeah, I took my boys to Carbone. It was an experience
Damn.
for sure. Like
I've
Did you
been to
get-
the one in Vegas with Domas. It was really
Oh,
levels.
did you have the pasta penne alla vodka?
Yeah.
Oh,
We ordered like everything on the menu.
that's amazing.
We split it, but yeah.
Yeah, you-
Shout
Very,
out, bro.
very. I'm guessing the Vegas ones are much better than London.
I mean, I don't know, but it was good. It was like, I mean, I imagine, but
Yeah, no,
it
but
was very good.
Not bougie enough.
if you get the chance,
I
go to
got a
Carbone.
question for you guys. What do you guys so far like about London, and what do you guys expect for the second half of London?
Ooh.
In terms of basketball.
No, in terms of golf.
Fair enough. What am I liking so much? I love the depth of the team.
Okay.
And in terms of like, there's some, like every night I don't know who necessarily. You're gonna get Joel's gonna turn up. Cam's gonna be nice. But it's like every night you don't know who off the bench, who's gonna show up, and who's gonna really step up. And it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing in the sense that it can be anyone's night. That's how I feel about watching London play.
Okay.
And I like the fact that we're in the Euro Cup. It's like we are competitive. First 3 games were a bit shaky, but how we're bouncing back was really nice. I love that we're dominating the SLB. I mean, that's important. That's important. Like to show that we're London. First of all, we're a capital city. You don't just rep this name and walk around like with your head hanging low. No, you got to hang it high because London's one of the best cities in the world, and we got to show that we're dominating here first at home. For the second half, I mean, I'm excited to see where we end up. What's the play? Are we gonna make that top 6? I have complete faith. I believe we was talking about this earlier. I believe since the beginning of the season, where things were new and fresh, new team, everyone's got to get to know each other. It's not going to be easy. It takes time.
Yeah.
And we've
if
only
you look at your first game, we were talking about you got blown out. but
Yeah.
Scott's only 5 points. You're figuring out the guys. You're putting it on the floor. And I've always said this: people underestimate how much it takes to get everyone to learn their roles, the chemistry of the team, for you to understand what it looks like every week, how tough it is. So, what else am I excited for the Lions? Just to keep you're just at that 6-7 so if you can move 6-7, God, stop it.
Don't.
Oh,
6-7.
stop. Oh gosh, you don't realize how much you say it, don't you? All the kids. Anyway, to get up in that 5 spot solid. Anything else that I think also more, I would like to, this isn't on you guys' side as the fans. I want us to outdo other teams.
Having the fans it's a big deal.
Mm.
I don't like using always the Žalgiris example, but having 15,000 people behind you, when you're not in the right moment, or you did 2 bad plays, you got a turnover, and everybody starts clapping, everybody starts, just motivating you, just gets, you get those goosebumps,
yeah.
And the players need it. And it's a fact and it's a stat and we can look through it. And I always knew that at home, a lot of guys, role players especially, play a lot better at home
Yeah.
than away, because you have, 15,000 people. I really want to hope that for SLB, for Euro Cup, for the remaining season, everybody does a little extra effort. I know I can't ask for it because I understand there's a lot of things to do in London, but to find that day to come to the Euro Cup games, to come to the SLB games, to support these guys because we're trying to make something happen here. And your help, I've seen it millions of times, and it really gets guys going, and, they hit a 3 and you got Amin, running down like this, and everybody's, getting off of it and just screaming, yelling, it does a lot. You've been a player yourself. You know how it is, You get a dunk, you get a block, and then...
And also even when you're tired.
Exactly.
When you're tired
Especially
and then
when
a
you're
big
tired.
player and
Yes.
then the crowd goes right. You're not
Exactly.
tired anymore.
Yeah.
No.
You're just like all of a sudden like, yeah. And especially this long stint that you guys have got coming up.
Exactly.
The fans are going to be...
I hope. And again, I can't always ask, but I'm going to try.
Why not?
Everybody has
demand
things,
it.
but I think there's a passion for basketball here. We just have to really tap into it like it was 2 years ago,
Yeah.
And everybody we'll do the effort to be better, to work harder. He'll get healthy, so we'll get more fans.
Please, man.
Mo, what's the challenge? What's the challenge with the fans? What do you think the problem is?
I think the problem with the fans is that the way they are with football, it comes from birth. Like you're born,
Yeah, that's true.
your mum puts an Arsenal jersey, Arsenal shirt,
Chelsea.
football.
Anyway,
No,
moving on.
What's going on?
Sorry.
I don't know, but I just
Hey, go off.
We can cut that out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll cut out.
Just cut him out. Anyway, Arsenal fans, yep.
But yeah, like when it, like with football, it's like it's from birth. It's like it's from young. So like I feel when it's starting to happen, because obviously I was talking to some people downstairs. They're saying like the youth churches are flying off the racks, which is good because people are trying to get like their kids, nephews, whatever, like the younger generation into ball, and hopefully that's gonna build that fire inside them to like have a team that they go and support religiously every week.
Yeah.
Hopefully that team's London. But we're getting there, like bit by bit. Fans are coming. We need. I feel like one important thing that would help the environment in the arena is just having kind of like that hooligan section in a sense, like just that those fans that just go crazy no matter what.
Yeah.
Like go watch a
they're
game
savage.
in Israel. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they'll have like 2 or 3 guys literally facing the fans, not watching the game, just leading the chants.
Wow.
And the drums, yeah.
I was having this conversation not too long ago with someone, I can't remember who, but we were talking about like the gatekeeping culture within like British basketball.
It's kind of scary.
A lot like there's players like, but you'll never see them because coaches don't want to give them up because they look at it like I did this,
Yeah.
but then if he goes here, he's not gonna refer back to me.
Yeah.
Now that coach's thing, you know. So that's a big problem, I feel, because no one wants to give up their players. Like we could have a great academy, we can have great grassroots systems if everyone kind of helped each other.
Yeah.
But that's a major problem right now.
I had the exact same conversation with someone, and but I think the reason it's the gatekeeping is because people are worried that they will lose out on that person, and they don't trust the people in the community. Basketball here is not taught very well, or has not been taught very well for some people. So it's difficult for me, who's invested a lot of time, got someone to a level, to now give it up to someone else who I don't know that guy. I don't know what he's going to do with this player. I don't know if I can trust it, but it needs to be a community thing of everyone coming together. There needs to be a standard of coaching and levels that's going to translate through to whoever's coaching and delivering it. That's going to help elevate the game. But unfortunately, these things annoyingly take time. I wish there was an instant fix, and they probably could be.
It's for me, I think the frustration is we're talking about time, but I've played for how many years? 12 years for Great Britain. Like I've seen the rise where it's completely funded and we're making moves and money and people are looking, and then the depths of hell. So I've seen both of it, and it is also everything that you guys are saying. I've just let you guys speak. Is also the funding part has to be constant.
Yeah.
And we've seen great examples at all levels, at national team, in the British League, guys leaving and going and then coming back, and there's just full examples. It's not like we're a brand new country.
Yeah.
When I started, we were a brand new country of learning how to play at a high level, play against these Spains, the France, they've got years and heritage and, the dads and everything. We had none of that. Like I said, me and Mo have looked up to who? There was no Mo.
Yeah,
there was no Azania. So now there are these moments, and we're just trying to consistently, and I have kind of stopped talking about the political side because as a player, you don't have any of control in that part of it. And all I did as a player was like, I'm just going to keep hooping. I'm just going to keep winning. I'm going to keep pushing. Especially on the women's side, it's a whole different ball game compared to the men. We got less than the men. And I don't even want to go into that, but we had to constantly fight and then win and show we're deserving.
Yeah.
We are better. You know what I mean? So it has been a great journey, and there's been highs and lows, but like you guys said, the consistency, the stop gatekeeping, this total caring of why aren't all the best players on the table for GB? Why is that?
Yeah.
Why are guys saying no? Also, they should be. I never said no. And then the last couple of years, people were saying no. I was like,
It's
who
weird.
the hell are you? Like, when did you get a chance? There was no option to say no.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was an option. If GB calls, whoever it is, it's the soldier mentality. And maybe also we're losing that in our kids' culture of the selflessness, the pride, what it takes, what it looks like. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
I wish we could honestly talk about
Yeah,
this because this
you
was
guys-
good. This was good. Why
Yeah,
did we get here now?
You guys have been
Um,
fantastic.
yeah,
Thank
appreciate
you so
you guys.
much.
Thank you very
Like,
much. That was really
honestly, for
good.
your
Good
time.
conversation.
And
Pleasure.
thank you and
What a
good
pleasure.
luck.
Thank you.
Good luck for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
Thank
you.
we're
Thank you.
excited for you guys and good luck. Welcome to Home Court. I haven't done this intro before because usually it's Rotimi, but Home Court is the segment where we sit down and talk to Lions players and get to know them and their identity. So today we're joined by a true cornerstone of the Lions basketball team, Aaryn Rai. Welcome to the pod.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Are you-
Aaron's really excited to be here.
No, I am.
It's your
I am.
first pod in studio, right?
in studio, yeah, and I've got two great hosts. So
What are you wearing today? Let's start off with that.
what am I
What'd you
wearing?
bring in? First in studio pod. What'd you
Asics.
choose?
I've got
Wow.
Asics on the feet.
Nice.
Some jeans. I think my mom probably got me, and a hoodie. Yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
What
You
kind
look
of hoodie
great.
is that?
I got a great shirt though.
Does it say London? Oh no,
No, it
it's a.
says, I love my friends. Somewhere here.
Wow, that's gonna go great on the podcast.
No, I hope.
We're excited to chat with you today, get to know you a little bit more, and for the fans who will be watching to get to know you a little bit. So, from the beginning,
Sure.
where did basketball start with you? Tell us about you.
Yeah, I was originally a soccer player, football player, however you guys want to call it here, and all my friends just started playing basketball. It was like right around like when the Raptors started getting good, like early 2010s, and yeah, like my friends just stopped playing soccer with me and started going to the Y to play basketball. So I was just like got lonely out there and kind of joined in, and then just from there it was just like hooping with friends and all that, and then just fell in love with it, and then kind of kept going from there. So
Who were the Raptor stars at the time? So you're from Toronto,
yeah, sorry.
Shout out
From
Toronto, Canadian,
Yeah.
2 Canadians, New York,
Toronto.
Canada. Both
Yeah.
of you got the Canadian connection a little bit. Who is the star then? What era are you? Because you recently said.
I'm like end of Chris Bosh era, like beginning of like
Okay.
DeRozan and Lowry era.
So the decision was devastating for you.
Kinda. I just like that was like when I first got like cerebral into like what basketball was.
Okay.
I was like, oh, okay, like this is kind of like pretty cool. And then like when Chris Bosh left, it was kind of like, yeah. But then the Nets bounced us a bunch, and the
And
Wizards,
Cleveland every single year.
Cleveland, yeah.
LeBron every single year.
Exactly. Yeah. But it was still like good times though. The vibes were really good.
Yeah.
You know, it was like we the North, we believe. Like
Mm.
That was a great
Fun
era.
times.
Yeah.
And you humbled me recently because we both went to Dartmouth, and you asked what my graduating class was, and I told you, and you went, "Oh, I wouldn't even know anyone that would know you." That's how far
that
away
was
we
supposed
are.
to be off.
That was
camera.
very humbling.
That was supposed to be.
So
off
yeah, it's
camera.
good that you grew up in that era. I was a young professional during that era. But good to
Okay.
hear that that's when you decided to play basketball for the first time.
So you didn't start playing until later.
A little later.
All right,
13,
all right.
14.
So
What's
what was
the
that?
Canada system like? Is it?
Yeah.
It's not AAU, is it? Or do you go?
No,
into
there's
is.
AAU.
You go
yeah.
into the AAU.
Yeah, so
equivalent,
we had there's a bunch of teams now, like a million teams, and I feel like Toronto, like when I was kind of growing up, was like just like getting recognized as like a lot of hoop talent coming from it. Like my class, obviously guys much better than me, like Shea, Nikhil Alexander Walker, like just a load of Lou Dort, like just a load.
Where was
of,
Jamal Murray? Was he Toronto?
He's a year older than me, but yeah,
Okay,
like,
he's Toronto too.
I think like just outside, but
Yeah.
yeah, like we all call that like Greater London, Greater Toronto.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, we had a lot of talent come up, and I think that was like when like I'm sure like there was a bunch before that, but now like you can see like 12, 13, 14 guys like around my age group in the NBA from Canada, and I think that was kind of like a big like realization for the rest of the world that like Toronto has like a lot of great hoopers.
Yeah.
And it's definitely helped me like the guys before me and all those guys like showing that like, oh, like Toronto has some hoopers, and then like more college coaches and all that stuff, and more investing, and then more AU programs coming about it, and then get like guys like we have like tons of guys going like EuroLeague, Euro Cup, Champions
Mhm.
League, you know, and then the NBA guys as well, G League. So
I think you got most improved player too at Dartmouth. Is that right?
maybe
What award did you? Maybe.
I don't remember.
Just
that,
day by
that was
day.
ages ago.
So how did? Well, since you don't know what awards you won, you did win most improved player, I believe.
Okay.
How did your game evolve? Starting late. I love that you just don't know.
No, I it actually was
Because it's pre-COVID,
it's like
right?
6,
So-
7 years. Yeah, it's like damn
6,
near
7?
pre-Christ,
6, 7 years
post-Christ,
ago.
right?
Yeah. So your game progressed a lot, I assume, if you won these awards.
I hope so, yeah.
How did it evolve? You have a very unique style of play.
Yeah,
say.
I mean, I think it was just like kind of coming in, and then every freshman in college, I'm sure a lot of these guys can kind of relate that, like, it kind of just hits you in the face, like
Were you
no matter-
18 when you started? Were you like
Yeah.
younger? Yeah. So you were like,
Yeah, so it was like
you didn't take like a post grad year, and then you're coming in as like a 19-year-old, 20-year-old
yeah,
freshman.
I think I just turned 19 going in.
Okay.
But I did live away, so like my last 2 years of high school
Yeah.
was like away from home. It wasn't
it.
far, but
Mm.
it was
Yeah.
away. But yeah, just like, like it's just kind of everything hits you at once. You got classes, you got to like meet new people. You're like 6-7 hours away from that's
just
just
true.
seven,
You
eight,
gotta stop with
7,
that.
8 hours away from home. And then, just like it, and then practice, and then, just like socially, like, fitting in and all that stuff. It just kind of all comes at you at once. And it's just definitely adjustment. And then, that kind of like translates over to basketball as well. Like, everybody's like obviously bigger, faster, stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And you've kind of got to like adapt as like a, gangly 19-year-old freshman. So it was like, any learning curve, like quite steep. And, yeah, just like the more I spent time there, like the more comfortable I was, and like the more reps I got, I feel like, the more I understood what coach wanted from me. And I think every
What
player
position
kinda-
did you start out as? Forward?
I was like a 3 there. I played
Okay.
that like pretty much my whole.
Were you shooting a lot of threes?
Yeah,
Because
it
you're
was
like
it was
you have like the best touch around the rim. The footwork.
it was
It's like you're a
mix of
big man that's
both.
6'5",
Yeah.
6'7", 6'5". Are you 6'5"?
6'6".
You're
I like
6'6". All
closer
right.
to 6'7".
6'7".
We can't say that, right?
If you
Cut
guys
that,
say it
cut
one more
that.
time, you're both out.
But yeah, no, it was just kind of like doing whatever coach asked. Like obviously, when you're a freshman, sophomore, you're just like a supporting piece unless you're like a really good player. So it's just kind of fitting in, trying to get playing time, doing what the coach says, and then like still like trying to adjust to the whole like college life. And then once you get comfortable there, you're allowed to do a little more responsibility. It just kind of like scales as you get older.
Yeah.
I think that's like a lot of people like obviously we've got guys who are just like studs who come in college and like are the guy, but like I guess for most players like transitioning from high school to college is kind of that like gradual like step up each year, and just like making like small improvements that like show once you like reflect back in your freshman year, like, oh, like I was there and now I'm like one of the guys, like main guys on the team.
How did that transition go for you? How did you find your way into being that player who was, let's see, averaging over 12 points, 7 rebounds, and nearly 2 assists in your final
Which
year?
in the Ivy League's like 30 points a game.
Yeah, we play so slow.
12 is a big chunk.
I don't
of
think
those
we
points.
saw a fast break in like like 1 or 2 a game. No, it's like very regimented. But yeah, it was just like, I think one of the biggest things that I kind of learned in college was like everything is just so like doesn't really matter that much. Like I think that like detaching yourself a little bit from that like the results oriented mindset like helped me a lot, because just embracing like the day to day and trying to be a little more present and a little more relaxed and like not taking yourself as seriously.
So SLB MVP. Don't plan ahead and don't care. That's
No.
the feedback.
how you do
That's really good. That's great advice.
And that's a wrap.
And that's all you need to know. And you don't even remember past awards, just day by you. It seems like you do truly live in the present, though.
I try
that's
to. It's
what-
definitely a hard thing to like because there'll be like even every single year you'll have low moments and high moments, but like you'll go through so many that like I feel like you'll just lose all your hair and like whittle away if you just hold on to the stress of it all.
And you got a great head of hair, so
No, I know.
It
That's,
could be
that's
working.
all I
The
got going
mane.
for me at this.
you got a lot more hair in your Dartmouth photo.
Yeah,
that
no,
was
that
wild.
was
That was
a
like-
bad. That was like I didn't even know we had picture day. that day. I don't think I would have done that much differently, but yeah, I just trying your best to be here where you are and enjoying the moment.
Yeah, so you were a neuroscience major at Dartmouth. That's not
So
an
he
easy
knows.
feat.
He knows
Yeah, what
all this mindset stuff. It's rooted in science.
There you go.
what was that load like at Dartmouth, and did you want to do something with that after you graduated if you hadn't played basketball?
Yeah, I was thinking of going to medical school, but I don't know why I decided to play basketball. Obviously,
Pretty
I feel
different
like
career path.
financially. Might have been not the best decision, but no, it's just again like there's only like so much time you have in your basketball career.
Yeah.
I feel like such a short window compared to most other professions that
Yeah.
you kind of got to maximize it.
Yeah.
And I was enjoying it as much as I could. So
So med school after this.
Maybe not. I might be a little too old for that. We'll see what I do.
What made your decision to kind of play professional? When did you actually make that call?
Yeah, it's funny because after I graduated, I was playing through the summer with the CBL team, Scarborough Shooting Stars.
Nice.
And yeah, that was just like kind of like when I was still deciding if I wanted to play professionally, and it was a pretty good experience. You know, I didn't get a lot of playing time and all that, but just some of the guys that were on the team were, you know, really talented, and I didn't see myself as, you know, that far
Yeah.
away from them, and, you know, seeing like the careers that they've had, you know, made it something that I could, you know, think of doing. So yeah, it was just kind of like that, like time right after college. I was like, you know, still on the fence about it, you know, tried a little bit out, got my feet wet, and, you know, decided to go from there.
And then following that, is that when you played with Cheshire?
That was when I played with Hemel after that.
Okay.
And then I went to Cheshire and then Lions for 2 years with a sabbatical in the CBL with Niagara.
Okay, so before the Lions, you were with Cheshire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How was that experience?
That was
for you?
Cheshire?
Cheshire, yeah. No,
Cheshire?
that was great. You know, obviously there's you know, not too far. We play them a bunch, but yeah, you know, I have nothing but great things to say about that place. Ben and Brycey, you know, they do a great job over there. You know, we're always like they're always, you know, really competitive in the league, and you know, our year we did really well, and I think that the group of guys that we had up there was like a really good group of guys. You know, everybody got on really well. I think that contributed quite a bit to our success. Yeah, and I just, you know, enjoyed playing up there with them, you know, in front of the fans. They've got some great fans up there, and you know, going up there is always fun. It always give me a good little rouse, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I did really enjoy my time up there, and yeah, a good group of people.
Yeah, you went NBL D1 to BBL to now SLB to Euro Cup.
Yeah.
So you've seen 3 pretty huge jumps in level
Yeah,
over the last 3 seasons.
for sure.
What's that been like adjusting to each level?
Yeah, just you know, trying to see what my role is in the team, and bringing what I can and what the coach asks of me, and you know, whether that be, you know, scoring and or rebounding, you know, playing defense, just kind of trying to fit in and contribute to winning. And I think that, like, no matter what level you are, I think there's always an opportunity to do that, and I think that that'll, you know, allow you to fit in the best you can. I think that obviously is a big jump, but there's you know, having that approach helps me, at least, I think, adjusting to the level. But yeah, definitely very different.
Yeah, I mean, you're SLB MVP to now Euro Cup. How have you had to adjust the last season? I mean, that's a big role change.
Yeah, no, obviously the talent level that we have is incredible. You know, like we've got guys who are, you know, played in the NBA, you know, guys who are stars across Europe, and, you know, just again being able to like learn from them in practice. And I honestly think that practice has been like some of the best parts of this year, just like being able to consistently, you know, play against those guys every day, and just getting better in that has helped a lot. And then, like, again, like I said, like, you know, realizing what coach wants from you. Maybe it's might not always be scoring, or just, you know, being a complimentary piece out there and trying to, you know, contribute to winning, and just the minutes that I have, just impacting the game where I can, you know, helping guys, you know, be in position to score, rebounding, playing defense, hitting shots when I need to.
How would you describe your role? Because you're in the paint at 6'6" with the bigs, but then you're also like, you have a very tweener type of a role, but it's effective on both sides. So like, how would you define yourself as a player on this team?
Yeah, just somebody who wants to do anything he's asked to do, and just trying to help us win a bit. You know, I think that yeah, like a lot of times, like I know I'm not going to be the most talented guy out there or the most athletic, so just trying to, you know, do the little things like boxing out, or, you know, remembering when I'm the low man and all that. I think that'll go a long way. So like trying not to make any mental mistakes, you know, being mentally locked in, I think that helps.
Yeah. How's the mental game for you?
Good. I mean, I think that's what I try my best to work on. You know, I feel like at this age, we're a lot, as athletes, we're like maxed out on like our physical tools. You know, obviously skill we can improve, but a lot of it, you know, it's just like, again, trying to be present, you know, putting your best foot forward every day in practice, and you know, just knowing what you need to do. I think that's the biggest thing, and I think that the coaches have done a great job in like telling each of us, like, through conversations or indirectly, like what our roles is on the team, what we have to do, and just trying to show up every day and do that.
Yeah.
I have two just quick fire ones.
Yeah.
The happiest coach has ever been with you during a game, and the maddest he's ever gotten with you during a game.
I feel like that might have been the same game.
Okay. What were they? What moments?
I think no. I remember the maddest. It was an Ulm. Again, mental mistake I made. But I switched when I wasn't supposed to, and they got an easy bucket. It was down the stretch. I think it might have been the fourth quarter, and then he was really upset. But shout out Dean, he made
up
free
for
throws.
it. Oh yeah, you did. Erased it.
Yeah, so that was a wash and just something to learn from.
Yeah.
And the happiest, I know he's been happy a couple times, but only a couple. So
Okay.
I'm
Do you remember what moment you're trying to get some more?
trying to get some more? Yeah.
Yeah. Put back, offensive rebound, put back.
Maybe like a corner three or a putback, probably one of those two things.
Yeah,
something like that.
Okay.
Or a defensive play, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He
He likes
emphasized
defense.
that.
Yeah. So maybe something like that. But
Okay.
yeah, again, try not to hold on to those. Next game, next practice.
Yeah.
But I do remember the maddest he's been. That stuck with me.
So what is something about British basketball as you've transitioned in that maybe fans don't necessarily understand, or what is different for you coming over and playing British basketball?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little different because I feel like in America, or Canada, I've only played high school and college. So, obviously, I did play professionally in Canada, so I can't even say that. But I think that it's like a good mix between like the European and American styles, because obviously there's a lot of Americans who come play here, and we kind of influence the game in that way. But then also, UK being so close to Europe, there's like a mix of that style as well. So I think that it's kind of unique in a way, and I think that fans are thinking that maybe we're a bit too Americanized in a way, and I think that they have grown, or they do understand the unique style that we have over here. It's quite up and down, but also it's quite tactical, and I think that fans are thinking that we're so NBA geared in terms of the style, but they don't really maybe see all the tactics behind it, because it's not as slowed down as some of the other European leagues. And I think that only comes with fans understanding a bit more about the game, which they obviously do, and they show up really well. But just seeing some of the nuances in that would be something they might miss. But it's hard without being in the game, or being on the coaching staff, or understanding the game plan. But there is quite a bit of that nuance and tactics. It's just sometimes disguised in how quick we play as a league. But that is there, and I think that they'll grow to appreciate that.
Yeah. Did you see changes in the league over the last few years, because you've been playing in it for a little while now? Has there been a lot of change in?
Yeah, I think
the league?
The talent level has definitely increased. I don't know if you guys have I guess it's only a couple years for you guys. I mean, only 3 for me, but I do see a lot of talented players, and you can see that with some of the guys who have played in this league and are going on to play at really high levels across Europe. And I think that it's a great platform to show the talent that you have. And I think that the talent has been increasing as the years have gone by. And I think that a lot of teams have a lot of really talented guys that maybe might not be as reputable, because it's their first, second, third, fourth year out of college. They're not 30, 31-year-old vets, but all the guys in the league do have that talent. I think a lot of the guys to make a jump to a higher level is just more of the platform that they have, and I think this league does a great job in showing that. But I think that the talent level has definitely increased, and it's it's quite a bit higher than people really give us credit for across Europe, and it shows when a lot of the guys leave and they end up doing great things in other leagues.
Yeah.
What's your favorite day out in London?
You're asking the wrong person. I feel like I haven't had many days out in London. No, I spend a lot of time just horizontal, relaxed. I've started to do puzzles now. I've been trying to get away from the screen
physical
time.
puzzles.
Wow.
I got a library card.
Okay.
So you're like an old. Yeah, you are getting old.
You're an old
I
soul.
take that back.
I'm
Old
trying
head.
to I'm trying to stay away from the screens a bit. Kind of
Hmm.
be a little more.
You are like a Zen master.
I'm trying to be at least.
You stay very present, very stoic.
Mm.
Get off screens. Don't need the dopamine rush.
Yeah, dopamine still hits. I still play
The
some.
puzzles. Once you get that
puzzles,
last
of
piece.
course.
Yeah, and I'm running out of room now, so it's.
Do you have a puzzle table?
I have lots of tables with puzzles. Yeah.
What kind of puzzles? Are they like cityscapes,
A
art?
couple cityscapes.
Okay.
I'm big into Pokemon, so I've done a bunch of Pokemon puzzles. I
Nice.
just ordered a 5,000 piece one, so that'll come soon. Yeah.
Little
So
Christmas
you're running
gift.
out of space, but like, do you keep them out and finish?
Yeah.
You frame them, or you like?
No, I don't frame them because I
Okay.
feel like that's a little selfish.
Okay. Why?
Because because you have to like glue them together, right? And then
Oh.
obviously I don't live here, right? So I don't want to, take away the joy of somebody else finishing it. So like when I
You
finish,
want someone else to be able to put the puzzle.
I'll take it apart.
Selfless.
I'll give it to the charity shop, and I'll let somebody else do it. But I also like keeping as many of them up as possible as
Okay.
like
I'm-
trophies of my work.
I'm
the
picturing
best.
like a hoarder's house, but it's just yours with
It's just
puzzles
puzzles
everywhere.
Yeah.
every flat surface.
Yeah, literally every flat surface.
Who's
I
your
can't even
starter?
eat-
Who's your starter Pokemon?
That's a good question. Squirrel, I would say.
Wow, you're a Squirtle guy.
Yeah, I've
All
got
right.
a couple plushies of them
Okay.
around. Yeah.
Wow.
You kind of are.
I feel like this doesn't need to
You're a
go on.
Squirtle-
Oh, it's
Instagram.
going
You're like a
on.
Squirtle. Like you're
going
a little bit of a Squirtle hooper. Do you feel like that?
What
I
could
don't
that
even know what that
possibly
means.
mean?
Yeah.
Bigger shoulders, bigger upper
Shell.
body,
Just call
strong.
me fat.
Squirtle's not fat. Squirtle.
He's
Don't
round.
body shame Squirtle.
Yeah, he's round.
So who would be your equivalent basketball player if you were a Pokemon? If you were a Pokemon, which Pokemon would you be? Squirtle? But there's a outside of the starters, there's a much broader world. So.
Yeah, I've got a good couple favorites.
Okay.
But like, I don't know. I like when I play the Pokemon games. I like to switch up my team every time as well. Like I feel like that would be too easy just picking
Yeah.
some of the strongest Pokemon. So yeah, it just depends on who I run into.
Okay.
But I feel like there's a Pokemon for like every sort of mood you got.
I think that's
know
true.
what I mean?
Abby, are you a Pokemon person?
No.
Oh,
Switch 2 came out. I don't know if you got that.
No.
No. Okay, a new Pokemon
not,
game.
there's
Legends
not a lot of
yeah.
overlapping Venn diagrams happening here.
I actually not at all, and that's not surprising. I actually hate puzzles.
That's all.
This
That's
this
really
makes a
funny.
lot of sense to
That's-
me that
yeah.
we are like polar opposites.
You hate
That's
fun.
very funny.
Totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's a practice like Bosich versus Sabonis?
A little different, but like a lot of the same things. A lot of 5-on-0.
Very detailed.
Very detailed. They have different approaches, but like they're getting at the same message.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Is one more exhausting than the other? Serbia versus Lithuania. I guess
lot
they're
of-
both Eastern Europeans.
A lot of the practices I feel like are planned by like what part of the season you are, or like
Yeah,
when
That's fair.
like you play. So if like the day before a game, obviously you're not going to go for a couple hours, or like right after a day off, you might want to like ease your way into it. So like
Mhm.
the first day might be a little more non-contact, and then in the middle of the week you might practice a bit harder, then taper off through the game.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that is the strength coaches, actually, like Jordan and DeMontis, like they plan a lot of that, and then coach kind of obviously like puts in what he wants to do in practice.
Yeah.
But like the framework is more like the strength coaches.
Okay.
That's like a behind the scenes type.
I like it.
But I don't know if that should be
Public.
public.
We can cut
I
it
don't know
for-
if it's public or not. I don't know if
I'm
it
just
should be
thinking,
public
is a
knowledge.
Sabonis practice exhausting versus Bosich, or is it kind of the same? I don't need tactics. I don't need any IP or
Yeah, no, I think
or secrets.
I think it's quite similar in terms of like the structure.
Yeah, okay.
Obviously, like with the personnel we have this year, I think coach is quite more demanding.
Yeah.
But obviously that's like just tailored for the level that,
Yeah.
Euro Cup, you have to be really, really on point. Obviously with a lot of great teams, you need to put your best foot forward. So
You have one shot to save the world in a game. Where are you catching the ball, and what shot are you taking?
that's actually funny because in the CBL we ended every game with like a game winner.
Yeah.
So it's like Elam ending. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did it in the All-Star game for a little bit. To try to
Basically,
make
I
it
think
more
it's
exciting.
the first whistle after 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. Whatever team's ahead, so let's say it's like 90 to 85, you add 9 points to like the winning team score, and that's like the target score. So it's like if it's 90 to 85, whistle at 350, the score would be 99. And so like there's
So it's not the time will not save you. You have to get to that
hit
score.
a shot. So it's like it makes for some interesting games because like there'll be a team that could be ahead by like 10 or 15 points, but like if they can't score the final, if you keep getting stops, like you could win. I had a couple, I want to say like 3 or 4 game winners that year, but like I had 2 that ended in free throws that I hit free throws.
Okay.
I had a layup and I had like a step back 3. So I guess
Matt Goodwin.
So what's your favorite shot?
that's what I'm saying. I think I want to say the free throw because like nobody.
A free throw. That's your favorite shot.
Well, nobody was bothering me. You know what I mean? Like it's just like
So you're gonna
like,
the
everybody's
aliens
so-
are attacking, and you're gonna draw a foul
I'll try to
and get to the line.
foul bait. Yeah,
Foul bait. That is a very funny last answer. My favorite shot is foul baiting.
yeah.
It's perfect.
I like it.
Okay, last question actually. What are your goals for the rest of the season as a Lion? Being in the league for a couple years now, being a Lion for a couple years, what are your goals for this year and for the team?
Yeah, I think for us, making Euro Cup playoffs, I think that's like the main goal, and then winning the playoff finals. I haven't obviously done either, so that would be like my main 2. And then finishing the season off healthy, all of us, everybody in the league. Obviously, that's like the biggest blessing, trying to get through each year healthy, and then just keep improving every day. And,
Don't just make the playoffs. Get a high seed so we can have some Euro Cup playoff games here.
Yeah, that too as well.
That would be so much fun. There, it's electric.
Aaryn, thanks for joining us. It was fun to chat. Yeah.
All right, thank you guys.